Alright. Theoretically, should be streaming. Looks like it is working. That is helpful. I like that. I like it when things work on the first try. That's convenient. Hello everybody. I do not want my FPS counter. Forgot that I had that on. Hi, hello Quixie, hello Benny, Dylan, VPR. Hello, Zekula. Welcome. Hello everyone. How is everybody doing? Now, as you may see, the title is complete clickbait. Not really. It's it's not complete clickbait, it's a little bit of clickbait, but I can't explain properly why I'm doing this. So you guys may or may not have seen this before. I've done this on stream once or twice. Only the really observant of you will recognize what that is from. But I've done this here or there, at least in terms of like streaming myself globbing, which is what I call it. This is the technical name. Should go into survival mode. And what this is me running around and placing blocks, and the main idea is to practice mechanics, right? So getting better at placing the blocks where I want to, unlike what I just did, because I was trying to do this. And yeah, that's the idea. I'm happy for you, Logan. I'm glad. That world is insane. I mean, it is. I agree. It's definitely a relatively simple way to display my mental health issues, but I do like this map a lot. I do like just doing this. It's very calming. It's very lethargic. I don't think that's the correct word, but it is nice. That was the thumbnail for your Mr. Beast in class video? It was! Nice catch. I made it in here because this is kind of, like, there's some, oh, I have fall damage off, by the way, that's another thing. But, there was some, like, experimentation with some, command blocks over here, too. So it's kind of just my, like, general fuck-around creative world, but the main use of it is, you can see it in the corner over there, but the main use of it is practicing mechanics. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Oops. You guys might be able to tell. A little rusty, but that's okay. What this trains is a lot of things, but in general it just gets you better at placing the blocks the way you want to. I would say this is a really cool idea. Yeah, it's I got it from Ignore Me. He was the one who recommended it to me. I initially just did it in Hypixel housing, but in Hypixel housing you have the creative mode reach of being able to place an extra block away. So I started doing it a lot closer. I will say, before any of you guys go and actually do this, I recommend learning to butterfly without double clicks, specifically for being able to do this and being able to do this. Doing 2 bursts and 3 bursts are really important when running around and placing blocks quickly, because you want to be able to place them where you actually want to and everything. So over time, once you do practice that a lot, it will become second nature. Like you'll see me when I'm on a spot like this, I'll do something like this. I won't fall down off the random fucking cliff behind me, but you know how it is. Send the map download? Nah, you gotta make one yourself, man. I'll say the things that I recommend doing are get a pickaxe with efficiency 2 that's unbreakable. Fill these 2 slots. I got these, but it doesn't really matter. Just fill these 2 spots with whatever, and then set up something. What I use is the lunar hotkey. So when I press like the lunar auto text, I have it /give cheetah the type of block, so it just gives me the blocks right away off pressing a mouse button. If you can set up a way to get infinite blocks or whatever, just do anything like that. It won't change too much, but Knight Rider 16X is old. It is, I agree. This is not the... I might have it, actually. If I check... I do. Wait, do I? No, I only have 30... Oh, it's 32 divided by 2. I forgot he did that. Yeah, I can use Knight Rider, actually. It is old. I do agree, Bilbies, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Old packs are still good. Ooh, it is actually interesting for this world. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like makes these blocks look nasty, but overall it doesn't look too bad. What color is that? Is that red? No way, that's red. Okay, yeah, that's purple. Where's the red? Oh, it's like way on the other side over there. Oh, you can kind of see it through. You can see it peeking through. Oh, I might actually change it to the red one because it looks nice. It does look, for this world at least, it's very fitting, if that makes sense. Use Celeste? No. I'm gonna stick with this one actually for a little while. I don't know. I doubt I'm gonna use this for like bridge or anything in the future, or like in the near future. But I do like this pack for. Oh my god, I do like this pack for this world specifically. Oh, sorry. I saw your message, Logan, but I didn't process what you said. I like skimmed past it because someone was telling me to use a pack. Real gamers double or triple click burst with control. That is something that I considered trying to learn, and I'm not gonna lie, I do actually do. Like a lot of the time I double click like 2 bursts and stuff like that. But and even there's people, what they do is they do like a 2-finger 3 burst. So they do a double click and then a single click. Or maybe the other way around, I'm not really sure if I'm honest. But it is, hello Prague. There are a lot of, I just recommend using butterfly with no double clicks just because it's way more intuitive. And honestly, it's kind of like a stage system. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna try to do 3 bursts with double click and then a normal click, or the other way around, normal click then a double click. I think it's normal click then a double click. If you're gonna do all that, then just fucking start with doing a normal 3 burst. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's better to start off with the easier one. You know? How is your voice so deep? I'm confused. Cause I'm half asleep. That's why. I don't know, jeans. It's more consistent for placing blocks. Yeah, that too. But I mean, it's also just like a practice thing. Like, I'm very consistent with doing I say that and then fuck it up, but I'm very consistent with doing double click bursts for block placements as well. You know what I mean? Like, I can do that fine. It's just I haven't practiced doing a single click and then double burst, so it's really awkward for me. But there's at least a few people that I know of who have, so it's something that I would at least recommend. I would recommend just doing normal 3 bursts first, and then once you get the hang of that and get the hang of being able to aim while you do it, because that's a really big important part, like being able to place 3 blocks actually where you want them to go. You know what I mean? Even if it's just like a 3 like going to the side diagonally. You know what I mean? Like that or something. It's still something that's once you get hang of the aim and use the more intuitive method, then you can start leaking into using, or at least I would recommend you start using that. Motion blur? No, I hate motion blur. I mean, I like how it looks in videos and stuff, but I hate using it. It's very distracting. Please stop spamming my chat. Yeah, that's fair. I've played a decent amount of sumo and a decent amount of boxing, but not nearly as much as I have played other game modes. Boxing always just kind of feels like a content creator's game mode, which you would think that would make me want to play it. And I've played a decent amount of it specifically for content, but I just don't really like it. How do you deal with the game just feeling off, like when you're playing at a member level? I couldn't tell you, Logan. It's not an experience I have very often. I think you just have to struggle through it. No, I'm kidding. I would recommend the main thing you gotta do is just try to stay like, well, first of all, get your mechs up, you know what I'm saying, like, get some practice in like, what I do whenever I'm feeling really slow or really off is I just hop into this world and just run around and place blocks. Obviously, I'm doing a very, like, kind of Rocket League free play kind of version of this, where I'm, like, practically running around and not really placing many blocks, but, like, you can see, if I just run around for a little while, you can see a lot of the stuff that I've built is very, like, manufactured, it's very, organized to actually would be usable in a bridge game, you know what I mean? Especially over here, like you can see head hitters off of a wall, that sort of thing. Like, I've done proper practices. So that's what I would recommend is proper practices, trying to get mechs into a solid, consistent place. But if you feel like that's not as much your issue, and the issue is more like game sense or something along those lines, I would just recommend get some hours in, you know, just get some hours in against good players. Take breaks, because you don't want to tilt, because I know I do. Yeah, that's the best I got, honestly. I will say I actually have been there where it's like I just feel like absolute shit. And don't get me wrong, there are just bad days too. So I don't know, just keep your head up. That's the main thing. Not quite, Benny. I'm gonna do bridge 1v1s with viewers. I was thinking I might do a stream on my main channel as like a belated birthday stream later today. But I had the streaming itch and I couldn't let it go, so I decided to start streaming early and just do it over here. Because it seemed fun. How do you make your game so smooth? I would say that's, that's, I don't know, I guess it's just good FPS, right? But I've always thought that, like, I'm streaming in 60 FPS, you know what I mean? So it's not like my game is any super crazy special, like, look to it. I mean, it does look nice, you know what I mean? I'm playing at a decent resolution, I have shaders on, that sort of thing. But in terms of, like, my movement and stuff like that, it just comes with hours, comes with playing. I have a very, like, kind of methodical aim style, if that makes sense. Like, when I'm aiming to do something, I know where I'm aiming and what I'm trying to do. Obviously, I say that, like, I'm trying to show you an example and I'm sucking ass, but, like, just trying to show... Excuse me. Yeah, it's just aim, you know what I mean? It's just it's the amount of hours that I've played having a mouse in my hand. Trying to play again is so hard because I'm slow, like physically and mentally processing, and I'm having to waste time thinking, if you know what I mean. That's not a waste of time. That's a great use of time, actually. Like, you're saying that you're wasting time thinking. I think a common trap that a lot of people fall into when they play bridge is they get sucked into winning every single game that they're in. You know what I mean? And that happens in any competitive game like Rocket League. I get so, like, locked, and a lot of people do, get so locked into they want to win this game. They don't care what else happens, they want to win this game. But obviously you're not trying to, like, that one 15-minute or 5-minute game does not matter. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't matter. What you need to do, what you want to do is win the important ones. You know what I mean? Get better over time so then you can win any game. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the idea, is a lot of the time, what you were saying, you say you waste time thinking. That is not a waste of time. You know what I mean? It's like, it might slow you down, it might mess you up and lose you a play or even a goal or even a game, right? But long term, that's a good thing, because it means that mistake will be made less, you know what I mean? Or you'll be able to do better the next time. It's not a waste at all. That's kind of the idea, is you gotta take your ego out of the equation, which is, coming from me, hard to say, right? But it is, like, that's what I've learned, and after a long time, that's kind of the thing that's let me level up games so quickly and get good at games when I do play new ones and stuff like that, is being able to put my ego aside, not care about winning or losing, just focusing on, okay, what did I do here, what could I have done, you know what I mean, that sort of thing. Letting the processing take over the competitive nature, and you end up getting much better much quicker, especially when I'm rusty. Can you do a settings release with your OB? I don't know, I get asked that a lot. I don't think mine are particularly special. I think mine are, like, relatively just decent recording settings. I guess I have a decent amount of knowledge surrounding it, so I don't know. Like, my Minecraft settings I just haven't done research on. I have no idea what good and bad Minecraft settings look like. And then recording settings are just good, but a lot of them are just stolen from other people, you know what I mean? Like, random things, like, I don't know. I guess I just feel like doing your own research, or people doing their own research and finding them would be more efficient than just copying mine, because I don't even know what mine mean, half of them anyway, you know what I mean? In your years playing bridge, what was the #1 tip someone told you? Play. Get hours in. That's kind of the main one, right? Is you gotta love the game. But if you want something actually related specifically to the game, I would say, honestly, I would say the same thing I was already saying. Is just mentality, being able to focus on improving and try to every time something happens, every time like there's an interaction of some sort, figure out why you won or lost it. You know what I mean? Like whether you have the time to do that in game. I know a lot of the time I don't. Sometimes you have to do it like out in replays and stuff like that. Like you can like go back and watch yourself and think, okay, what should I have done? What did I do? You know, that sort of thing. Just try to figure it out. You know, it's having a mindset focused on improving and learning the things that you're doing and why something worked and why something didn't. Actually trying to be analytical of yourself, you know, try to figure out what you're doing. That's the biggest tip that I can give, is actually not just playing Brain Dead, you know what I mean? Which, don't get me wrong, a lot of my hours are playing Brain Dead, but I think if I played more analytically and tried to figure out what my choices were, I would have improved a lot quicker, and that's how I am now, and I feel like I'm improving a lot quicker now than I ever have, even, except like when I first started. OBS settings is based off your PC. Some people, yeah, that too. That's another thing. VPR is that it's like my recording settings. If someone with like a potato laptop tried to do it, would like crash their computer immediately. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? Why would you? why would you want those? You know, you gotta specialize. Get the ones that work for you, for each person specifically. You know what I'm saying? Happened to that old bypass practice server? I'm not sure, honestly. I don't even know if it still exists. I'd have to check the IP. IRL of you cooking or something. I don't know. I have another channel where I upload Rocket League sometimes, but I haven't uploaded there in like months. Main reason is just because YouTube's algorithm is sort of like that. They like it when you make consistent content surrounding one topic. So for example, if I were to go make a cooking video on my main channel, it would not get nearly as many views as a Bridge video, you know what I mean? Granted, Bridge isn't doing that particularly well recently anyway, but I think it will. I think it will. It's such a great game that it's hard to imagine it, like, not at least keeping some semblance of a community, you know what I mean? I have school in 20 minutes, I'll die for sure. I hope you don't die of school, that would be unfortunate. Maybe put a stop to the, wait, what? 3-letter? I've thought about that. I don't know, I just haven't reached out to him and he hasn't reached out to me that I remember or have seen anyway. But it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Not games like IRL vids. I mean, yeah, and there's people like, Guinea's kind of trying to do that right now too, and trying to move into IRL stuff. But I don't know. IRL stuff has just never been something I've liked watching. You know what I mean? So it's like why would I make content that I don't even watch? Is kind of the idea, you know? That's my mindset. God, no. Zeki, no. Not, it hasn't been for years. I don't even talk to her anymore. Well, I guess here and there, but that's such a funny question. That's so wild. Do you do any vocal exercises, or your voice naturally so rich? Thank you. But to answer the question, not necessarily vocal exercises. Like, I don't sit down and like practice, or like, you know what I mean? But I will say I've had a lot of reps in terms of being a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Something that I've said to like some of my friends before when we were talking about this sort of thing is because I've been a YouTuber for so long, I've heard myself talk, and so like especially when I was uploading super consistently, every time I talked every time I made a video, I had to go back and listen to it and hear what I sounded like, and every time my voice sounded like every time I noticed something that I may have not liked, you know what I mean, or something that I wanted to phase out of my vocabulary. And so I was able to hone in on that a lot quicker because it's something that I noticed really quickly because I was forced to listen to myself say it, you know what I mean? So in terms of like that specifically, that might be a part of it, but I'll also say like that it's a huge part just genetics. You know what I mean? Just huge part genetics, and just talking a lot. That's the main thing. Is I have a deeper voice and I talk a lot, so it turns into what it is. Yeah, she was, dude, and that video was up like 3 years ago or something. Really chill and good guy. Yeah. From what I know of 3-letter, he's chill. But like I said, I just haven't reached out to him for no real reason. Do face cam? I will not do a face cam. Not this stream, at least. I'm thinking about, do you guys want to see something a little insane? So this was not world edited in. This was all built by me in the span of like 2 hours. Because I went on like a random, really odd hyper-focused kind of thing where I was learning like rhythms of how to build 3 stacks. Like I was just trying to grind out building 3 stacks. So what I would do is I would build a wall. I would build a wall like this. And I would do like, I'm running out of blocks. I would do like some shit like this. And I would alternate like which ones I fill in first and that sort of thing. And so like I just did that shit for fucking ages. It's insane. Like this was all done in like 2 hours. Just cause I just fucking locked in for whatever reason. It was a while ago. I think it was like during the charity tournament kind of arc for training. Cause I wanted to get my mechs up and stuff. And hello, noob. Do it right now? I don't know what you're asking me to do. Do you still have long hair? I do. I do still have long hair. It is down to like, I don't know, the middle of my back, I suppose. It's a little, the ends are a little fucked right now. I do need a trim. Guess what? I'm in Japan watching your stream. Nice, man. I don't know if you normally live in Japan. I suppose that, considering you're saying that, you probably don't. It's awesome, man. I hope you have fun. Man bun or keep it down? Infrequently is it a man bun. It's usually either a ponytail or just let down. Traveled to Japan. It's real fun. I'm glad, man. When will you be 1v1ing you bridge? Wow. When will you be 1v1ing you viewers in bridge? I'm thinking about doing a stream on my main channel in like 12 hours. Not 100% sure if that is going to happen, but if it does, on that stream I will most likely be 1v1ing viewers. It's gonna be really funny. Anybody that's in this stream and then is in the stream later today, when I stream on my main channel, I usually am a lot, like I wait until I'm in a higher energy, you know what I mean? Because it's literally midnight right now, you know what I mean? Like I'm pretty low energy, but anybody who sees this and then sees the stream later is gonna be like, Jesus, that guy's like, he's hyped up. Because that's what happens. I love streaming. It's just when I'm doing something very relaxing, so my energy level is staying very low. But whenever I move over to like doing like proper streams, I'm like screaming and shit. It's so fun. I love that shit. Have you kept in touch with any content creator friends? Yes, I know the whole Minecraft Hypixel craze really fast. Yeah, no. A lot of people. Not only, like, what's an example? Mine Pro Wes, I still talk to him here and there. There's, almost said his real name, trying to remember his IGN. Turtles, there's Turtles. Guinea, I still talk to. Like, there's that whole group chat in there, of people that I kind of still talk to, kind of don't really. I mean, obviously Logan. There's a lot of bridge players I still talk to, kind of, partially because I still play bridge, here and there, at least. So yeah, to answer the question, yeah, I mean, not like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. I mean, I still talk to Vers here and there, but her and I usually only talk for recordings and stuff. I don't know. Plan on switch your style of content from Hypixel and Bridge in general? Not really. Unless I find something. Well, first of all, I already have switched away from Hypixel, mostly playing Bridge on Bridge scrims. But I like bridge, you know what I mean? Like, until I find a game that I like, that I want to switch over to, I'm planning on sticking with the one that I do, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's just what I enjoy, so... Like, I have intentions to just make content on what I enjoy, at least within the Minecraft realm, you know what I mean, on my main channel. If I start enjoying... Like, I really enjoy Rocket League now, so I've made another channel for Rocket League again. I haven't uploaded that on that in a while, but... Just that kind of idea of, you know... Doing what I enjoy, making content on what I enjoy is a big priority of mine. One-armed cook on stream. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the idea, and that's a good tip for content creation in general. Is you can only get so far making content you dislike. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can work super crazy hard, but you're gonna need a break because you're gonna burn out because you're just doing something you don't enjoy. That's just kind of inherently a part of the process of making content you don't enjoy. You know what I mean? You're gonna burn out and you're gonna hate it. So that's just the kind of idea. Is just do what you love. Do what you love. Binding of Isaac, I love that game. I'm sure you use some of the soundtrack for your video. Yeah, I have. But I mean, that's I don't know. I kind of disagree. It might have a little bit of a following, but not for people who are barely into the game. Like I have like what 70 hours. That's nothing in comparison to a lot of the YouTubers and stuff. Relatively low effort. I mean, I still have to edit and stuff, and I'd want to make it my own. You know what I mean? So, saying low effort, I don't know. I don't. Anything that's worth making, at least that's not true, because a lot of my videos that I really like are pretty low effort, but anything that I would feel proud of, you know what I mean, proud of making would have to be at least somewhat high effort. So it seems, for me personally, I don't know, if I were to make Binding of Isaac videos, I would want to make it my own somehow, want to make it unique. So, and I don't know how I would do that, so it just depends. Just depends. I sent Bucky the link to the little mole boy video, if you guys remember that video. It's a random clip on this channel. It's like 2 years old, of him going like, "Oh, I'm being little mole boy," and I love that clip. And I just sent it to him, and he instead of responding to the clip, he just said, "What's up?" Which is really funny to me. It's like, did he process what I said? Did he look at what I sent him? He just said, "What's up? What do you think, son?" I'm just sending you the video. This made me laugh. Can you please stream in 5 days because it'll be the weekend for me? I don't know. We'll see. No promises. Because I don't really know what I'll be doing in 5 days, how I'll be feeling, how my sleep schedule is. Sorry for the interrogation. No. I mean, that's kind of the part of streaming, you know what I mean? I will say, like, it might feel like that to you because I have so few viewers, you know what I mean? Like, if there were more people, I might not just be able to get to all of your questions, but you would still ask them, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the idea. That's part of the reason why I like these more chill, lower viewer streams, is just because I can properly read. Like, right now I'm going on a tangent, and then I'm going to look back, and there's still going to be a bunch of messages, you know what I mean? So, I'm still going to not have missed any messages, I mean. So that's kind of the part I enjoy. Newer versions, I don't really like them. Hypixel Skyblock, don't really like it. RPG games, don't really know what that means off the top of my head. I do not know. More Loudbridge? I've thought about it. I want to. I have intentions to. I've like tried and then it didn't go well, and then I tried again and it was like mediocre, and it's like, I don't know, it's just it's so hard to live up to that, you know what I mean? Because all the other Loudbridges are such good videos. It's difficult. It's difficult. How's Bucky doing? He's doing well. As far as I know, he's in college. He's doing well. He quit Bridge. We still talk. We're still friends. That's another content creator that I still talk to. We play Rocket League a lot, or at least sometimes. He's chill. He's doing well. Thoughts on the duels community in general right now? I mean, I don't know. Nothing like profound. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. That's unspecific. It just seems normal to me, I suppose. It's a little Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a super crazy invested part of it, so I can't really answer that question particularly well. Kind of forgot. You're one of those creators who has always stayed the same and never fell off. Love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, to be fair, numbers-wise, I kind of have fallen off, but that was never my. Well, it was actually. I was gonna say that was never my focus. Now that I think about it, it definitely was my focus, but it's not really anymore, and it's not something that concerns me as much. But I do appreciate it. I feel like, at least as a person, I've grown, you know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of the whole point. I feel like if I hadn't, it would be an issue. So, whether or not I fell off number-wise, I feel like personality-wise, I've definitely, like I said, I feel like I've grown. Hello, 286. Should do a duels. All of them are bad. No, I'm kidding. Make a, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Those videos are kind of fun, but I just don't really like most of the duels game modes because they're so non-competitive or so just like, I don't know, scuffed. It's just not really, I guess it's just not really my thing. A lot of them would be on F. The growl of Logan is incredible. Yeah, that was a good one. Play more with Logan Loudbridge. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think we've like tried and then timings didn't work out or whatever. I don't really remember. It's not a bad idea though. I wouldn't mind trying to record with him if he's still here. Logan, we should record Loudbridge. Not right now, but we should record Loudbridge. Please. I'm desperate. Thoughts on the boosters, cheaters, snipers, and hackers in Hypixel right now? They're just as bad as they've always been. I don't really care. The leaderboards are in shambles. I don't really care. There's nothing that I can do about it, really. Obviously the admins and the mods don't particularly care, so why should I guess. I don't know. It's dumb. And when I did care about my stats, it bothered me, but I mean, that's just kind of the state of it and how it has been for years, so it's not really like a change. It hasn't changed in my mind, you know what I mean? It's just like how it is, whatever. Growl twice, please. I can't. That was the other Logan, not me. I'm gonna go? Alright, I'll see you, noob. Thanks for hanging out, man. You watch anime? Not, like, frequently. It's not something I, like, search for very often, but, Wes, my friend, MindPro Wes, he's a like, ex-Minecraft YouTuber. He's been showing me, I don't know how to pronounce the name, I might sound a little incredibly white, but Jujutsu Kaisen? Maybe? A little not particularly confident in my pronunciation there, but it's a good show. I've been enjoying it. I also started AOT, but didn't get particularly far. Like I said, it's not something I like avoid, but it's just not something that I seek out actively either. It's so late? That's only one. One isn't that late. Welcome to the stream. Hey Cheetah, so I was playing with a friend. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I will say, PremQ specifically is very much so not active, so it might be someone who hasn't played in like 3 years, but you know, I won't try to take it away from you. It does seem, they're still competitive, because I know that's just kind of how Bridge is. If you're competitive at some point, you're still going to stay competitive, so that is still impressive. You gotta watch it? Watch what? Oh, AOT, that's what you meant. Yeah, I don't know. I started, like I said, I started it ages ago and then never finished. I might restart it now, but I've tried a couple times and I just couldn't get into it because I'm like, oh, I already know what's gonna happen. But I've noticed I do that a lot. Kind of the consistent pattern that I go by is I start a show and I really love it, so then I binge it really hard, and then at some point either like something I don't really like happens, or I binge it so hard that I like start like losing focus and forgetting what's happening. So then like I come back to it like after a week of it being no longer interesting, and then I have no idea what's going on, or I don't like what's going on because I stopped watching because I disliked something that happened. So I find myself never coming back to it. An example of some shows that has happened with is there's this one like Netflix special. It's called like Ragnarok. I thought it was going really well, and then at some point in like season 2, there was some twist that I didn't like, so I stopped watching it. And then there was AOT. I just got distracted halfway through, and then I kept trying to go back and had to rewatch a bunch of stuff, and then decided not to. Breaking Bad, very similar story, that sort of thing. I don't know. So I'm just not much of a show watcher in general. You know what I mean? At least, I don't know. I feel like shows that kind of align with how I am better is not like one long story, kind of individual episodes kind of things. Because one long stories are interesting, but they're difficult for me to keep up with without redoing the whole thing. And if the whole thing is longer than like 5 hours, then I just start getting distracted, losing interest, starting going down other rabbit holes, that sort of thing. I don't know. That's why I do enjoy shorter shows, but primarily the content that I absorb is YouTube, for the most part. Oops. Go on tour? No. That's a that's a strange question to ask a Minecraft YouTuber. No, I'm not going on tour. Favorite food? That's a good question. I don't really know, if I'm honest. I just like food. I'm not picky. I never have been. A lot of the time, my favorites for things change so frequently that I guess right now, if I were to have any food that I wanted, there's this pizza place, and I don't know if it's like the type of thing where if I say the name of it, I will dox myself. So I'm not going to say the name of it, but they make like kind of gourmet pizzas, like pizza that's like really just like fancy and shit, which isn't really that fancy. It's just fancy in comparison to other like fast pizza places, right? And they make a pizza. They make a bunch of different kinds of pizza, and one of them is like a Mediterranean pizza, and it has like a certain type of cheese, and it has like banana peppers and chicken and a bunch of other shit, and it's really good. That's what I would want if I could have any food right now. That's what it would be. Technically, I could have it right now, but you know. Favorite game other than Minecraft? Rocket League. That's an easy one. It's only like it's like the only show. Are you talking about AOT? Have you talked to Bucky recently? Yeah, I have. I've created and tuned into live stream, but now I just kind of did. Yeah, he basically is just kind of moving on, doing actual things with his life. Obviously, he had a career path in YouTube or in streaming, but he decided that wasn't what he wanted to do, and he wanted to go do something bigger. So he's in college now. He's doing well. Like I said, I still talk to him. He's chill. AOC rants over it. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I talk a lot about the things that I enjoy. What's the sad face for? How dare he go move on to other things? I don't know. That's always been a weird. That's always been a weird like concept to me. I'm not trying to diss you, for the record. Like I'm just messing around, but. Unironically, that has always been a strange concept that kind of developed, what's the word, like, responsibility given to creators to continue creating, otherwise they somehow wrong their fans, which just simply is not true. Like, it's like if a pizza, great example, if a pizza place shut down, it's not like they're wronging the people who eat the pizza. You know what I'm saying? They just, like, ran out of money, or just didn't have interest in following that business anymore, or sold it to do other things, you know what I mean? Like, it's always been a strange concept to me, is how is it any different from a pizza place? Like, if I stop making content, how am I wronging people in any way? You know what I mean? It feels like, it gives pressure that isn't deserved. It shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Because it's irrational, in my opinion, at least. can you do a you laugh, you lose stream? That would actually be kind of fun. Like, try not to laugh sort of thing, but I don't know. It's the most interesting and inspiring place you've been, or favorite place. I'll be honest, I'm not much of a traveler. I live a relatively sedentary, is that the word, lifestyle. So I don't really have like a large list of places that I have been. But I have been to Chicago, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, I guess the best answer I've got to give is Chicago. I've only been there once and it was quite a long time ago, but anything since then hasn't been as interesting. So yeah, Chicago. Content creators are people too, I agree. That is true. You laugh, you give very good hug. Come to India? Maybe. I don't know, like I said, I think it would be interesting to kind of travel a little bit more. And actually go to the places, go to different places and kind of experience the world, you know? But it's also just kind of, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have like a very ingrained kind of traveler's spirit, you know what I mean? They want to go out and learn new things and try new things and that sort of thing. And don't get me wrong, I love learning new things and I love learning new skills and all of that, but specifically going and seeing other places, it just feels kind of, I don't want to say unnecessary, but I mean it kind of is, because there's so much, like if I wanted to see the Bean in Chicago, there's about 80 million pictures, 80 million selfies around it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get me wrong, it's not the same as seeing it in person, but it's also just like, you know what it is, you know what to expect, you know what I mean? In any place I ever want to go ever, I can go see like 80 pictures of it, you know what I'm saying, just with a quick Google search. So, and I guess that is like a unfound logic, because like I said, it is very interesting, and I don't mind going to places and seeing them in person, you know what I mean? But it's like, for example, I have no interest in going to see the Mona Lisa, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it looks like. I don't care. Like, it's just, it seems unnecessary to me, and that's just my opinion. And I don't want to say that anybody else who has gone and done those things or has any drive to go and do those things are unwarranted or like not valid. Like, those are awesome fucking things to want to go do. You know what I'm saying? But just to me, it's never been an interest, I suppose. Just my thoughts. No, I don't. Zeki, I don't know what that is. Costa Rica, a nice place over here, and it's a bean. So real, when I went to Chicago and saw the bean in person, I touched it, I was like, now, what? Yeah! The process of going there and seeing it in the sites. That's kind of the idea of it to me, is that's the much more enjoyable, experience. I will say, heights are super cool to me. Like, I've been in planes, like, I was not only in like a kind of commercial plane, but like a little one that was like flying around for fun and that sort of shit. At the time I was really like, I think I got sick because it was like motion sickness, but if I were to do it now, I think it would be very, very interesting. Along with, like, I remember it was in Chicago, one of the towers, I don't remember what it's called. I think it was Sears, but then changed the name or something. I'm not really sure, if I'm completely honest, but I loved being able to go up to the top of it and look down. That was always super, super, super interesting to me. I loved that shit, because it's like, I don't know, just looking down and seeing from that perspective and knowing that if this glass were to break, you would fall. It's like, obviously it's not going to, but it's just an interesting thought. It's like almost like face to face with mortality. How do you react? You know what I mean? And it's like, obviously it's not gonna fall. Obviously you're not gonna die. If they did, they would get sued very hard. But it's just like, it's an interesting like prospect. I remember just being like awestruck, you know, looking down from that building. It was really, really interesting. Hello, Ed. Welcome to the stream. Maybe I should do like a more like in-depth exercise or something. Like, actually try to, like, this kind of shit. Like, if you look over here, you can kind of see how I this started with like a wall of sorts, right? And then I built off of it. Wait, did it? I might be lying, actually, unintentionally. I don't know. But I think I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to make like a wall that connects these. So I'm going to do it in creative mode so it's quicker. You had a favorite class right now? Rocket League Defensive Masterclass. You're planning on doing a Q&A sometime? I've done one like way in the past. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to do another one. It might be fun. I'm not really sure. Hello, SpyPath. I have to study, but I'm watching the stream. I mean, I can't fault your choices. I would recommend that you study instead, but if you want to be here, I can't complain, can I? Hello, Rad. Opinions on Hypixel dying. It has been for forever. It's always dying. It had like one peak of one, like, it literally peaked at 100k at one point because it was like a summer and there was a bunch of content surrounding it, and then it's been going, it literally since then everyone's like, Hypixel is dying! Wah! And it's like, no, like, it's more players than it had when I joined, you know what I mean? Like, when I started playing, back in my day, Minecraft had 4 concurrent viewers, concurrent players at any point, like, it doesn't, like, matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good game, and people who enjoy it will continue playing, and it doesn't matter that it's slowing down, because at some point it will speed up again, because it's a huge game, you know what I mean? That's just how it goes. I'm not worried about it in the slightest. Now it's pretty much dead. That just isn't true. That's just not true. I mean, like, it's slow. Yeah, there's not many players, especially in comparison to how many there has been in the past. But it's just not dead. Like, there's still like 40,000 concurrent players on the weekends. You know what I mean? At least I think if that's the number I'm remembering correctly. Like, I think there was like 22,000 in Skyblock the other day when I went and checked. It's like, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. Like, that's not an issue. There's no issue there. That's okay. We'll be all right. That's kind of, I don't know. I know it's a very like kind of like old man reminiscing on his days. It's like better than it has been, but it's just like it's just not that bad in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people are overreacting to it and just kind of gotta let it be, just have fun with what is there, you know what I mean? Because it's not like any game modes are going away, you know what I mean? Just enjoy it while it's still here, you know what I mean? You can't say it fell off when it had like a weak peak. Well, that's not true. I will say the peak was relatively long. Like there was a solid while where it was like everybody, like Dream and Technoblade, and everybody was all making like Minecraft content, and like PewDiePie made his series that kind of had the beginning of the startup, and there was like, it was a relatively long period of a lot of players, and then it slowly died back down again. But that doesn't mean that it's not gonna come back up, because in my opinion, it's such, I mean, not only in my opinion, just as a fact, it's a massive game, right? A lot of people have played this, a lot of people love Minecraft, whether or not they play it online or not, you know what I mean? So I think just over time, it's almost inevitable that it's going to have another, like, kind of spurt of players and stuff like that. I don't know, it just feels like, maybe not Bridge, you know what I mean? But Minecraft in general most definitely will, and I have no doubt, Yeah, 40k is still a shit ton of people, man. It's like, maybe it's niche, but it's still a lot of fucking people. Like, niche in comparison to other games. I mean, I don't know, how many people play Rocket League? Like, how many concurrent players are in Rocket League? I'm actually gonna Google that real quick. How many concurrent Rocket League players? Right now, there's less than 50,000, 46,000. And then and granted, yeah, it's pretty late at night, but there's also EU servers and everything like that. And then here, on like yesterday, there was like 40,000 on Hypixel. And Rocket League is not a dead game, you know what I'm saying? Comparing it to other games and servers, indeed, Hypixel is still doing really good. Yeah, it's doing great. It's doing fantastic. Like, that's just kind of those are my thoughts. It's like, people are like, what do you think about Hypixel dying? It's not. It's just not. That's what my thoughts are. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just not. Yeah, comparing a whole ass game, and it's not even a dead game too. Like Rocket League is a big ass game. You know what I'm saying? And granted, it's like numbers of a weekend versus numbers of a midnight. You know what? Like random fucking time at 2 a.m. But again, they have like EU servers and stuff like that. I just think, I don't know. I feel like so many people are overreacting, and I feel like so many people are like saying that it's dying when it's just not. Like, it's just not dying. Like, it's slowed down for sure, you know what I mean? Especially the content creation side of things. A lot of people are quitting or moving on to other things, but I just think that's inevitable. I just think that it's just going back to a more reasonable level, if anything. That's just kind of, I don't know. I mean, and I don't know if that's like, sort of like rose-colored glasses kind of view, because I love this game as much as I do. It's like, are there people, like, can people really leave it? Because I can't, you know what I mean? Like, but I just feel like it's just it's such a intuitive game. So many people do love it, whether they play it online or not. Like I said, it's like an incredibly high-grossing game, or incredibly high-selling game. Like, a shit ton of people have this game. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's, when people say it's dying, they don't necessarily mean that there's no players. They just mean that it's slowing down. It's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a surprise. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. It's just a large sort of, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Lack of new, your bridge scrims is completely dead. Well, yeah, but that's because Bridge Scrims is a tiny ass server. Like, that's a server that just started. A lot of Bridge players who would like Scrims don't even know it exists, so that doesn't surprise me. And it's also like 2 a.m., so you can't expect a small server to have a lot of players at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? That was a joke. No, I know, but I'm just saying that it's just okay, whatever. It was sarcasm. Okay, I won't dwell on it. It's not like. What? It's not sorta. Wow. It's not sorta like it's dying. It has definitely lost traction, but people definitely still love it playing it, and there's still people having fun in this silly game. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just, it's slowed down. That's just kind of my mindset of it. And it's like, it was inevitable that it was going to slow down because the speed at which it was growing was ridiculous. You know what I mean? So that's just my mentality. People, like, if it died in my school, yeah, like, I don't know, I don't think it's dead. Like, that's just not how it works. Like, it's a big game. It's still a big game. Like, there's still a lot of people playing this game. Like, yeah, like, like, the traction that it has in content creation specifically and that sort of area, yeah, it's definitely slowed down. But again, that's just inevitable. I will say, SkyWars is the most, like, underrated, like, game in Minecraft. Which is a wild take, and also kind of not true. I think Bridge is the most underrated game in Minecraft, but SkyWars is the most underrated, like, big game. You know what I'm saying? Like, SkyWars, Bed Wars, all that. Like, SkyWars is so good. I don't know why SkyWars is as small as it is. It deserves so much more attention, in my opinion. The leveling system and everything is kind of terrible. It's very pay-to-win or very play-to-win. So, like, for example, if I were to get a new account, I would get fucking bodied by, like, 90 stars or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that it's, like... I still think, as an idea, it improves like, skills that are very necessity if you play it to get better, you know what? That wasn't a good sentence. It improves necessary skills, for other game modes and so that sort of thing. For example, SkyWars players who move over to other game modes are usually some of the quickest to pick up those other game modes. It's also just very fun, very quick, very mindless if that's how you want to play it, you know what I mean? Very just like PvP, go brain dead, still improve at the same like rate as long as you're trying, you know? I think SkyWars is definitely a very underrated large game in my opinion. That's just, I feel like, in my opinion, SkyWars is significantly more fun than both Skyblock and Bed Wars, like by not even like close. You know what I'm saying? Like Bed Wars makes me want to like jump off bridges, and then Skyblock is like the most grindy, boring shit I've ever fucking touched in my life. It's literally the same thing for 80,000 hours. I don't know. Like those games can be addicting, but they're not fun. You know what I mean? That's my mindset on it, at least. And at least for the most part, I just don't really enjoy those kind of games. I'll see you, Red. Thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for listening to me rant about random things. But tier test. I need something to drink. My throat hurts. Where is my tea? There it is. I'm level 75 in Kentucky. I completely agree. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like SkyWars is just a fun game. I think it might just be old. So a lot of people who really like it moved away just because it's old. You know what I mean? It's like people who have had their fun with that sort of game. So it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. Minecraft is just not enjoyable anymore. Hard disagree. I'm master in bed fight and MMC. Maybe it's because you play bed fight and MMC. Maybe that's why it's not enjoyable. It's just becoming so monotonous. Yeah, I mean, I have a decent amount of hours in bed fight. After a while it does. It just stops being fun, and so that doesn't surprise me. I recommend moving into other game modes if it is becoming repetitive, at least. Why is your channel named Cheetah? Because it was my favorite animal when I was like 7, and it used to be Cheetah 2-in-1, and then it moved away from Cheetah 2-in-1 to Cheetah with 2 H's because Bridge player was like, "Hey, Logan, this one's available. You should take it." And I was like, "Okay." Played no debuff. It's way better. I would say worth for replayability value. No debuff, and bed fight aren't too far off, in my opinion. Do you quit Rocket League? No. I believe I'm GC right now. Actually, I might be like I got to GC this season and then dipped back down again, if I remember. I might be C3. In Bridge for a bit, but there were too many flyers. Yeah, that's fair. I think Bridge is a much more fun game when you play it against friends, rather than queue. I will say, actually, Bridge scrims, if you guys don't know, I think it's called scrims.network right now. I'm going to double check to make sure that's the IP, so I don't recommend you guys go join something that will steal your IP. Yeah. So if you guys want an actually good Bridge server with good queue and good ranked, it's a little, there's not a super crazy high amount of players, but scrims.network. If you guys want to go check out that server, I highly, highly, highly recommend you do, because it's very fun. Best place to play Bridge, in my opinion. If there's an AS proxy, I'm pretty sure there is. I think it's just as.scrims.network, if I remember correctly. Someone advice for hotkeying. So don't be afraid to kind of fat finger. For example, when I'm quick ratting, what is the hotkey for? Does it give Cheetah fishing rod? When I'm quick routing, I kind of Q and E are my sword, and so my sword is E, and then my rod is Q, which are a little psychotic. But the reason why that is because I can fat finger them. So I can press Q and E at the same time. So for example, I can strafe this direction and still rod. Basically, I'm using like the tip of my finger to press Q, right? So the idea is, just try to. I didn't even realize I could bow boost on this world, but my hotkeys are all messed up because I was playing on a. Well, my hotkeys are always messed up, but I was playing on a different server. But just don't be afraid to fat finger stuff. It's kind of the idea, and also what is this? Arrow. Don't be afraid to fat finger, and just try to keep the hotkeys compact close to your hand. In terms of actually pressing them, it's just a matter of muscle memory, getting used to it, doing it a bunch of times until it becomes intuitive. The way Q is someone's hotkey, it's mine. Use mouse. Oh yeah, side buttons are very good shouts too. When should you actually race? When you're confident that you'll win. I guess. I don't know. It's a weird question, I guess. I don't know how to answer that. There's a lot, it's so... There's no just, like, guideline, race here, you know what I mean? It's like, there's so much to it. Past lapping, no joke. I don't know. I've thought about it. I also don't want to get my account yoinked. So, just, I don't know. Feels unsafe. Doesn't feel necessary, I guess. I have more fun on more competitive atmospheres. Sounds a little stuck up, but it's just how it is. It's just what I have more fun on. I'd rather lose because someone's better than me than lose to some random shit, or they're cheating or something like that, you know what I'm saying? That's just my mindset. You can use a VPN, I don't know. It just doesn't interest me very much. When should you, like, hippo then? At the beginning of the game? What? I'm sorry, I don't understand these questions. Opinion on Indian MCYT, I don't know of any. I think, yeah, I don't know any by name. When should you cheat? Don't. Cheating is boring, and boring for your opponent. Actually, sometimes very intense for your opponent. Can never make my free throws. Any tips? I don't really have any, if I'm honest. What are your hotkeys? So I'm gonna go in order. E, G, V, R, T. 1, what? Oh, nope, it's not. It's F, 2, 3, Q. It used to be 1, but now it's F. I changed that one to F. Forgot about that one. Any chance you can beat a bad cheater now and make a video? I mean, probably, but I don't really play Q anymore. Like, the main way to do that is to just play a lot of, like, normal Hypixel Q, which is just not fun. I hate doing that so much, so not really. No PvP. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Neil. That's unfortunate. I wouldn't know the full depth of it, but it sounds annoying from what you told, or what you said. EA Sports. It's in the game. I'm still 13 and have small hand. Yeah, no, that's initially when I started like choosing my hotkeys, that was my kind of thoughts as well. I will say, biggest recommendation, don't be afraid to use different hotkeys for your sword, because I know my current sword hotkey is E, right, which is weird, but like in terms of what a lot of people use for that hotkey, most people use 1, right? But 1 is way out of the way, especially if you have small hands. I have big hands, so it's not that bad, but I would recommend not being too worried about it, just making sure that the buttons that you can use are close. So for example, side mouse buttons, Q and E are the most underrated hotkeys ever because they're already inventory and drop blocks buttons, so most people don't even think to use them as hotkeys. I think they are super helpful. Very, very underrated, very, very underused. What do you use for inventory? I use 4. Which is, again, my hotkeys, I don't recommend, like, Control-C, Control-Ving my hotkeys, right? My hotkeys are very unintuitive and very strange. They're an amalgamation of very old muscle memory and very new knowledge on what hotkeys should be, right? So they're like, I had to relearn a lot of shit and how I want my hotkeys to be. I might actually do a video, like, properly explaining how I would recommend doing hotkeys and that sort of thing, but I don't know. It feels, it's such like a malleable kind of thing that it seems unnecessary almost, but it's also like, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I would say the easiest buttons for me to press personally are E and R are really, really close, but just keep in mind that being able to strafe and press them is difficult, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Who are your top 5 bypassers right now in your opinion? I don't know. I'll be honest, I am not particularly into the top like bridge level right now. I just haven't been playing that often, so I genuinely just don't really know. Based on the most recent of my knowledge, I would say Creeper, Goose. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. I don't know. Again, I'm just not really into the top. I don't even think either of those two really play that often right now either. So that's just, I don't know, man. Don't really have an answer. Please stop spamming my chat. My PvP is the best. That or he's just really good at movement. Who are you talking about? Okay, he's not stopping spamming my chat. What's your favorite SkyWars kit? I don't know. I haven't played in a while. I know you used Frog for a really long while, and then it got like nerfed into the fucking ground, which was sad. I think I used Scout because I like the speed, if I remember correctly. I'm not really sure. Can you please scream? No, my voice is not ready for it. And also, there's like people sleeping in my house and that sort of thing. Talking quietly for a reason. Most people say Luxor, Creeper Teta, but Luxor is the only one still playing now. Luxor is definitely up there as well, yeah. And Teta, I don't know, I haven't really played him often. So I don't have an opinion on that. Also, you asked for 5 and then gave me 3. I don't know, man. Like, that list is as good as any that I would have given. Are you gonna release a song? No. I'm not going to release a song. Not anytime soon, at least. What do you think about 3-letter? I don't know much about him, so I can't really develop an opinion. Thoughts on Pyro? I love Pyro. That's another one that I used to use a lot of, I'm not gonna lie. I love that shit. Def start a music career. I do like singing, at least. 16 times what do you get another day? It's a good song. Thoughts on Bucky Barr? He's a terrible, terrible person. I hate him. Release your Spotify? No. I think any competitive bridge so bad and get the computing and get good, but I just for some reason. I mean, that's a fair statement, honestly. Like, there is no reason not to, you know what I mean? That's kind of my thought process. I would say the best cheat code to do it, though, is, just play lots of the bridge scrims, NA scrims, and get on their server and stuff. Just can't. Why not? What do you mean you can't? That title is so clickbaity. No, it's not. And I'll explain why. Because what this world is, I don't know if I've explained it to everybody here. This world that I'm in right now, guys, is what I call a globbing world. And it is primarily to train mechanics. So for example, I just run around and place blocks and try to get better at my movement and my control of my character and where I want to go and how I want to place blocks and being able to have vision of all the options at my disposal. For example, right here, I can go through this. That would be a little bit of a hassle to go through, but also, obviously, the very obvious one, directly forward. Then obviously there is going up here. I messed it up a little bit, but it's a way to train vision and understanding of the game. Whether you do it very manually and focused, like I do sometimes, or you do it very intuitively, just by like having so many hours and you just do it while you're talking. So for example, a lot of this stream has just been me talking and having it in the background while I just kind of run around. But yeah, this is something that I would recommend to anybody trying to get better at bridge, trying to get better at mechanics and understanding of the game and the movement and everything like that. It helps with your aim, with your movement, with your vision of the game, you know what I mean, understanding what your capabilities are, everything like that. Very good general practice. Highly recommend. So, the title is not clickbait, and this is why. Can you sing Call Me Maybe? I don't think my voice could not go that high, but I just feel like bridge community is dying for real. Yeah, and that's you kind of like told yourself why that's not true. You just said that you always feel like it's dying. It can't always be dying. That's not how it works. Do a setup tour? No. Hey, plus going back in with like no friends currently playing isn't too fun. That's fair, and yeah, I understand that completely. I don't blame you for that at all. But I do still recommend just playing it, because like I love the game so much that like I don't know, I would come back to it without people to play with, you know what I mean? But I guess that could just not be for everyone, so I don't know. Maybe you just play a little bit every day, try to find people to play with. Even just like doing this sort of practice is a lot of fun, for me at least, you know what I mean? It's very mindless, something to do in the background while you watch YouTube, you know, that sort of shit, if you have 2 monitors at least. Gotta go? Alright, I'll see you, Neil. Thanks for hanging out. Gone for 5 minutes, did you miss anything? Mostly just me re-explaining why doing what I'm doing is really good for mechanics. That's the main thing. Apart from that, not really. But yeah, there's lots of stuff you can practice with it. Can you bust some common myths regarding bridge that most people believe? I need examples. I don't really know of any myths in the bridge community, at least. One, that you should always bypass. That's dumb. Sometimes you need PvP. 1, you should always PvP. That's dumb. You need both. Yeah, that's as simple as that. Are you gonna get active soon, or meh? Meh is the correct answer there. It's meh. Try moonwalk. Wanna make sure I have room. Yeah, okay, I have plenty of space this direction. I've dropped the first block. I ran out of blocks. Alright, that's all you get. Favorite pack? Let me think. Oops. I don't really know. My voice cracked a little bit. I don't really know. If I had to use only one pack forever, probably be a relatively like consumable one. So if I ever started making content super frequently, the average person wouldn't be disgusted. Can it be a combination of packs? So like, for example, like a pack and then an overlay. I don't know, I don't have that many packs. It might be like Asda 16H or Celeste maybe, but I don't like Celeste's block. So if it was Celeste, I would want an overlay for the blocks. I don't know. Not a good answer. I don't have a good answer. Good counter for spawn blocks. While you run past them, break as much as you can. Just try, like, basically, so for example, if there is a, this is the spawn block, right, right in front of your map. This is a really great example of a spawn block, incredibly tall, as you can tell. First off, the main priority is getting like a bridge around it, right, and so this is the bridge. You want to have a way so every time you spawn in, you can very quickly jump over here, and jump around and get up onto the bridge. And then every time, once you have that bridge set up, while you run past, you want to break another couple blocks so you get to there. Then next time you get to here, you just break a few on your way, you know, that sort of thing. That's kind of the loop of playing against a spawn block, because you wanna get rid of it as much as you can, because then eventually, once you do, your normal bridge will start to come back out to normal. So then, oops, as long as you don't get spawn blocked again, once you spawn in, instead of having to go around and do something weird, it's just practically a straight shot again. That's the main idea, is just break it while you run past. And the main priority is making sure that they can't do it in the first place, but I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag I'm useless, but not for long, my future. Ooh, voice didn't want to go down there. My future is coming down, what is it? I don't even remember the lyrics. But every time I make that, my bed, but they get at the top and you get advantage. How do I counter that? Like I said, just try not to let them. You just gotta be quicker. You gotta be able to get to the mid bridge, win your mid fight. If they get a spawn block, if they're already on the spawn block, they have a very advantageous position. The main priority is trying not to let them score, but even that a lot of the time is kind of pointless. Sometimes you just gotta start mining it down when you have the chance, and if they drop down, just let them and keep mining, because you might not be able to, might not be able to stop them. It's just once they have that spawn block, they're just naturally in a very advantageous position. That's why spawn blocks are so useful. So the main priority is to either not let them do it, or once they have, then you want to turn it around. You want to bring the pressure give it back to you, and put it on them. So then then suddenly you are the one in control of the game, and their spawn block doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? That's kind of the idea. I just got here. Do you give auto blocks, and how do you not take fall damage? I don't take fall damage because I have jump boost like 10 million for 10 million seconds or something. Like I have such high jump boost that it doesn't actually give me jump boost. It just makes it so I don't take fall damage anymore. And then to give myself blocks, I just have like an auto key. Like I have my mouse button, side mouse button, to automatically give me 2 stacks of blocks. I don't want to give an example because I already have 2 stacks of blocks, but it's just in the auto text thing. And speaking of, I'm gonna make this command 14. I want the red blocks back. There we go. Nico fruit? Nah, I'm gonna stick with this pack for a while. Well, actually, maybe. What? No, I don't want to use Nico fruit because the Nico fruit blocks are just normal ones, if I remember correctly. I don't really like those. Like they're usable, but not for this at least. Help! I want to sleep, but I don't want to sleep. That's the most relatable chat message I've ever gotten. Okay. So first of all, if you happen to have a habit that you normally do, like think back in the past few nights, is there something that you've been consistently doing that has been putting you to sleep? For example, a lot of the time, there's a certain YouTuber that just makes me sleepy, and it kind of phases in and out, different YouTubers, that sort of thing. It's a way to get sleepy while still being entertained, because I totally understand the like obviously using your phone while you go to bed is not going to help you sleep, right? It's not going to be the quickest way, but sometimes when you're already in that loop, it's not the greatest idea to, like, if you need to sleep for something the day after, sometimes it's better to just do like the trick that you've already been doing. So if you that could work. Another example is just put down your phone. I know I just said that sometimes that's not the best choice, but sometimes it is. You know what I mean? When you're sleepy as fuck and you just need to just like shut down. Sometimes like putting down your phone, maybe like getting a relaxing video with like audio, like a meditation sort of video in the background, and just close your eyes, that sort of shit. I don't know. I don't really have a recommendation other than that, because I'm not really the one to give recommendations on sleep. My sleep is not great. You're really good at this? I completely disagree. I don't even know what you're talking about specifically, and I already disagree with you. I'm gonna turn down my screen brightness and keep watching the stream. Yeah, that's a good idea. Stream brightness all the way down, and then every once in a while, you know what I mean, if you catch yourself like kind of getting a little sleepier and a little sleepier and a sleepier, just turn down the volume a little bit more each time, you know what I mean, just real slow. Then eventually you'll fall asleep and you'll wake up and your phone will be dead. I love bridge. I'm very good at it. I get like 300 MS on good bridge servers, so that's why I don't play anymore. I'm glad, man. There's a server called Bridge Scrims right now. It's the scrims.network, and the IP, if an Asia server will be better for you, as.scrims.network does exist, and if you want to go play on that for a better connection, you can. For the record, but I am glad that you enjoy whether you play or not. Yeah, you're right. Placing blocks isn't really a skill. That's not true. That definitely is. I'm just saying I'm not good at it. It's like I have a lot of practice, and don't get me wrong, I'm like better than average, and I'm mostly joking. But like, I still have a lot of room to improve. You know what I mean? That's the joke I was making. Like, see, still making mistakes. It's just, it's a hard skill to learn. There's a lot that goes into it. Both of you guys... What's the question? How do you how do you control rage when they say easy? That's hard, man. I have a very competitive nature. Like by heart, I'm just a competitive person. I like to win things. So kind of what you got to do is before every game, or just as a general mindset to have, I recommend having a reminder, like something to actually properly remind you every game, at the beginning of every game, like, okay, this is going to be 15 minutes max. You know what I mean? Like, just think of it like that. Like, worst case scenario, I have a bad 15 minutes. Like, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Like, this is a game, and I'm just fucking around, and for 15 minutes, I'm gonna play and try to win. And if I don't win, that's okay. There's nothing bad that's gonna happen. And a lot of the time, that's much easier said than done, right? You get super, like, wrapped into it, and you get frustrated, and I'm, like, I'm telling you this from experience, like, this is something that I've had happen to me so many times. But just in terms of, like, what my recommendation would be for, like, what I do, what I've learned from doing it for so long, from playing for so long, a lot of different competitive games as well, is that main idea of letting yourself lose, not letting yourself get upset over losses, and if you do, just try to like just remind yourself it's a game. You know what I mean? And it's okay to be frustrated, but just remind yourself that it's also okay to just play, and there's no harm that's gonna come to you. You know, I don't know. I know it's not great advice, and it's just something that honestly, it just takes practice, because it is simply just a very, like, intuitive thing. It's something that takes a while to get used to and learn. Like, a lot of very young players who play competitive games are very competitive, obviously, because they're playing competitive games, and they are very egotistical. They have massive egos because they're young and haven't learned how to control and deal with their ego and with their competitive nature. You know what I mean? And it is simply a practice thing. You know, just try to get used to it. Try to better yourself, and eventually, you will hopefully improve at it. I have no enemies. That's a good thing. Do you watch anime? Someone asked me this earlier. Not really. Like, I don't seek it out, but I have watched it in the past. How many Minecraft days do you have in this world? I don't know how many Minecraft days I have in it, but I do have minutes played, and it's 1.22 days. Does it say how many Minecraft days? I do not see anywhere. Also keep in mind that I've played on it on another account too, so it's a little bit more than 1.22 days. Which is honestly less than I thought, if I'm frank. Divide by 20, I think. There's 20 days and 24 hours. 20 Minecraft days and 24 hours? I think there's something. I think that's a little off. Not sure, though. F3 menu? Sure. Where does it say? I think you may have lied. Why does it say 25% of my allocated RAM when I don't have 8 gigs. I have more than 8 gigs of RAM. That is strange. Yeah, I don't think it says. I think you lied. That's okay though. Bottom left. There's literally nothing there. Any other games that you love except Minecraft? Rocket League? Correct me if I'm wrong. Not all of them. Not all of them. I don't even know what the vase strat you're talking about is. But no, not all of them. I think kind of what happens, right? The cycle of a bridge play, right, is that it starts off being named after the person who made it. What's an example? The craw jump is a good example. After a while, the craw jump stopped being called the craw jump and just kind of turned into the urban jump, or like that one jump on urban. You know what I mean? Like they kind of lose their. Another example is there's a certain type of bridging that used to be called cheetah bridging, and it was like people called it that, and then it just phased out into being called printing, which I like. I like that name a lot more. I'm not gonna lie, but it's doing this. That's printing, where you kind of run along like a wall and sprint forwards while you do it, like this. It's like wall bridging except very flat. It's another example. I don't know, like names like that are very unintuitive, so a lot of the time people it kind of fades out into more normalized terms, you know. So yeah, it depends. It depends on what it is, and also a lot of the time they're just called something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave. All right, I'll see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. How many games do you have, or how many hours playing per day during COVID? A lot. I don't really have an answer, because I don't really remember. I didn't measure that. I was more measuring my wins, and my wins were dependent on the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. Lunar client. No, I know that, but I think oops, took a screenshot by accident. I think I have more than 8 allocated. So I didn't think, and it only says I only have 2. So what it is on the top right, it says 25, it says allocated 25%, and then 2 gigs. And what I think that means is that I have 2 gigs allocated, and it thinks that that means that I have total 8 gigs, when I have like 32 or 16. I don't remember. I'd have to check if I'm honest, but I think it's 32. But that means that it's only using 2. I don't know. It's weird. I don't really care. That's kind of my, that's the outcome, is I'm getting FPS, good enough FPS, so I don't care. Are you into 1.9? Not really. Badlion or Lunar? Lunar, any day. I've been seeing many switching to BLC, but I love Lunar too. Lunar, I think the main reason a lot of people were switching to BLC is the no hit, or like the thing that makes it so your screen doesn't shake when you get hit. That was a lot of bridge players, a lot of the reason a lot of bridge players were switching over. But then they added that on Lunar, so it's like back to just being like practically the same. I don't know. I like Lunar is kind of a little more streamlined, a little more competitive, and then BLC is a little more like versatile. Like it's for every game mode. You know what I mean? So for example, if you just play Hypixel, I would just recommend Lunar. It's just better in a lot of ways. Better FPS, less stuff. You know what I'm saying? Lol yellow. You have advice: win faster games. 30 wins a day, and I wonder how to queue grew faster. I guess I don't really know. Honestly, I guess it's just a playtime thing. It's like intuitive. You kind of learn what people are gonna do a lot of the time. Like a lot of people who are not great at the game kind of make similar mistakes over and over again. So you just kind of pick up on the patterns. I would say the main recommendation is focus more on improvement than wins. That's kind of what I would do. That's what I would say is if you are going to try to get more wins per day, right? I don't know how much you play a day, right? But unless you're winning all 30 of those games, you have room to improve, right? So that would be my recommendation, is try to just make it so you win more games than you are right now, or lose less than you are right now. And over time, like, getting better will make it so you win those games quicker. You know what I'm saying? I think I do mistakes. I think everybody does. Don't get me wrong, I do too, but it doesn't. I win because I've played so much more, you know. And I've tried to improve so much, and I have improved so much because I've put so much focus and time into it, you know. So that's the recommendation I have. Is just focus on getting better, like just get better. Focus on getting better, not on winning. That's my main kind of recommendation for everybody, pretty much. What is that stage in the ground for in the Minecraft world? Stage in the ground. Oh, this? That is a screenshot, or a thing that I built for a screenshot for my thumbnail. If you want to go to my main channel, you might recognize it. Just get better. Oh my god, how hard is it? Do you use color saturation? Lunar? No. I use Silder's basic shaders. And Ray had sent me shaders that he recommended to me, and I said I didn't really want them, and then he sent them to me anyway, and I haven't gotten around to trying them, and I think I should, but I just haven't. How long are you gonna stream for? Until I don't want to anymore, which isn't yet. I'm still chilling, so I don't know. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room, a rubber room with rubber rats. Rats? I hate rats. Rats make me crazy. Deep-voiced American teenage boy, yes. Technically still teenage, because I am 18. I'm an adult, but I'm still a teenager, technically. I'm gonna go to bed? Alright. Good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Making what? Can I be a mod? I got nothing better to do. I do not know you well enough to trust you enough to make you a mod. I apologize. Good night. Sleep well. Man, hydrated? It is tea. Sweet tea with like 8 pounds of sugar in it. So I don't know how hydrated that will make me, but that's okay. I have water as well, but it's across my room and I don't want to get up, so here we are. Why not coffee with sugar? Because I like tea more than coffee. What shaders? I didn't hear clearly. Silder's basic. Silder's basic shaders. My cheat. This profile picture is just fucking dumb. I don't know. It's just like a random like. It's like a picture of gems that I like. Hue and saturation. So, like I just changed the hue to red. Like that's all it is. And it was like it's so old. I don't even know. But like I just haven't changed it because I don't really care. How many gigs of clips? Not many. I don't really go for clips. I don't save clips very often anymore. I probably have a decent amount. Most of them are probably Rocket League. No, Silder's basics. S-I-L-D-E-R's. You should try block clutch training so you can get 30 plus extensions. No, I do not want to do that. I would have to drag click or butterfly really good, and I don't want to do either of those things because I don't care enough to train them. It's also a really not very productive skill that is useful in Bridge, and that's the main reason why I learn things, because I like being able to use them in Bridge. So, no. Appreciate the suggestion, though. Just woke up and saw your stream and I still have to brush. Brush what? A lot of things you could be going, a lot of places you could be going with that. I assume you mean teeth? Hair? One of those? Do you like traveling to other countries? I have never done it, so I don't know. Couldn't answer you. What are you watching right now? I am watching watching myself play Minecraft and watching my Twitch chat go up. That's what I'm watching. Are you able to see my messages? I am. Just looked up. Is Q or scrims better for improving? So, what do you mean? I mean scrims. I obviously, but I'm not sure if you mean the server. Like, because if you mean like, if you already are playing on the Bridge Scrims server, and you're asking which is better, then Q or the scrims and the Discord are practically the same, because you just play against people. But if you're like a prime or private or whatever, you might get people closer to your skill level, so you might be better. If you just mean on Hypixel or on scrims, then scrims is like monumentally better, like not even close better. How long is your hair? I'm really curious. Long. I don't know. I want long hair. It takes a while to grow out, but I've always liked it. I've had it for forever, and I've liked it the whole time. My hairline's a little poopy, but apart from that, it's not an issue. I have been thinking about cutting it short though, like getting like I don't know how to describe it, but a more floofy haircut rather than a long haircut. I've thought about it for a while because my hair, I don't know, it just feels weird. Every time I tie my hair up, my face always feels like it's a weird shape because it's not framed, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Strange. Is it tiring to wash your hair? Not really. Man streaming on Twitch. I'm just not on Twitch. I'm just streaming on YouTube. It's as simple as that. Like, that's just an untrue statement. What's the perfect age to start gym? As soon as possible. I'm almost 17, so I need to ask, because studies and all don't allow time. I don't really think there's an ideal time. I think maybe if you do it sooner, like, just doing it as soon as you can is best. That's kind of the idea. There's not like a once you turn 18 in 32 days. Like, no, just go. Just go when you can. Exercise when you can, don't exercise when you can't. That's the idea. The Pesto's doing GD. What are your thoughts on emulating Windows 96? I don't know. I haven't heard about that. "13-year-old Jim." Yeah, man. Why not? Like, obviously, when you're 13, there's, like, the risks, like, health and safety risks. So it's, like, sign waivers and have your parents go with you and that sort of thing. But, like, it's not a bad thing as long as you're safe with it. There's no reason not to. It's just better for your health. Being in better shape is a good thing. So... Thoughts on Armagon making a comeback? I don't really have many. I haven't talked to him in quite a while. And when I did, it was a question about, like, mice, so... Can't go to the gym for 6 weeks, so broke something in my shoulder. That is unfortunate, Ducky. I apologize. Thoughts on double-clicking? It's fun. I feel like I'm gonna ask you something to see pop-up Panda. Nah, I doubt you will. Unless you ask something that's, like, explicitly racist. Like, why are black people the best kind of people? Like, if that doesn't happen, I think you're chilling. Other than that. Just be reasonable with your question. Bench PR? I don't really have... I don't know. I haven't benched in fucking years, so I don't know. Why is double-clicking bannable? It's not on most servers. I haven't tried Prime, so I don't know. I assume you mean the drink. Think Hypixel can make a comeback. We're back to this, bro. It's not even dead. It's not dead. There's still so many people playing that game, bro. It's such a funny question. It's like, when will this alive game come back to life? What about Feastables? Also haven't tried them. Thoughts on Dropper? It's fun. Favorite song? Right now, the thing I've been listening to the most and enjoying the most is a 16 Tons cover by Jeff Castellucci. So that's my favorite right now. But my favorite song and stuff changes so frequently that it's not really like... It's not a set in stone kind of thing. If I had to give like a favorite song of all time, like right now... Like if I had to only listen to one song, I'd probably want something like a little more upbeat, you know what I'm saying? To try to like keep the vibes up whenever I listen to music. Something that's fun to sing to. I don't know. Do not know. It's dead content-wise? Not really. In comparison to what it used to be, yeah, but that's just not true. Like, if you're going purely based on what it was at one point, then yes, but there's also still a lot of people making content on it. So it's just not dead. Like, there's still people playing, there's still people watching. Like, it's just not... It's not as, like, booming as it was, but there are still people there, you know what I'm saying? And also, I will say, Hypixel specifically is slowed down, because it's bad. But Minecraft in general, maybe not as much. Like, Hypixel, the server and the people on it are so... or the people running it are so not good at running a server. So and they're so afraid of change and properly doing like a full revamp that the server needs. That they're using super crazy old code for shit, you know what I'm saying? And like it's all like fucking like patched together with like a fucking like spoon and like like you know those like glue bottles, like Elmer's glue, those things, like just fucking that's how the server is made right now. That's what it's made of. So it's like it desperately needs a lot more attention, and because of that, people like have noticed. They're like, hey, this kind of sucks like donkey ass. This server fucking sucks. I'm gonna stop making content on it. And they're like, no, and then don't do anything. So that's kind of the loop of it right now. I think over time it'll get better. At least either a server will come up as competition for Hypixel, or Hypixel will just decide to kind of step up their game on their own because they need to. Otherwise, people won't like continue playing on it because it's terrible. Or at least not nearly as much as they would otherwise. You know. Minecraft is defo dying? No, dude. I completely disagree. I talked about this for like a while ago. The amount of people that are playing it is definitely down in comparison to what it was at one point, right? But Rocket League currently has like 40,000 concurrent players, and I checked on Hypixel, and like in general it has like 20 to 40k concurrent players, so it's just not a dead game. There's still plenty of people playing on it. It's also not really a multiplayer game. Primarily Minecraft is a single player game, so the vast majority of people who play this game play it alone in their room, like on their own, you know what I'm saying? So Minecraft as a whole is still huge, like still one of the most selling games in the world. Like it's just fucking massive. It is not dead in the slightest. Content-wise, in comparison, it is like slowed down, yes, but I do not think it is dead. Like I still think it is in comparison to a lot of other niche games, in comparison to a lot of other environments, it is still huge. It is still a massive game, still has so much potential and so much so many talented people in the scene and stuff like that. It's still there, completely there. I do not think that the game is dead. I think it's very quickly people say that the game is dead, and I feel like that's kind of a frequent thing just because some like games have ups and downs, and that's just kind of inherently how they work. Because I mean, any scene kind of has that, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I just think mediums change and stuff like that, but it's not dead. Maybe I'm just growing up. I think that's a likely option. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are kind of in that same mindset where they played it when they were a kid and now they're going back and it's not like they used to be. So they're like, oh, but it's just not. It's just not dead. It's like. It's still there, still going, just completely different people and styles of content, and lots of people have left, and it's like, yeah, very different, don't get me wrong, I just don't, I just disagree with the claim that it's dead. What about Valorant? Do not like that game. People on pizza. Pineapple on pizza? So I've said this before. I think people who actually care about that debate don't, like, if you unironically, keep that in mind. If you unironically have an opinion on that and stand by it as, like, fact, then you're annoying. But if it's, like, a joke, then you're fine. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to me, why can't I pick these up? Oh, now I can. Okay, that was weird. I think, my personal opinion, I do like pineapple on pizza. But that doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that the debate online is so, like, out of control. Like, there are people unironically holding it by, like, their fucking, like holding on to the argument with their life. Like, it's like, relax, man. No, it's a food opinion. It's okay. Have you been, what? Cheetah, have you been on self-improvement before? If so, do you have any tips? That's a strange question. I think everyone's constantly on self-improvement, right? That's kind of the whole point of living, is getting better at, like, in learning things and improving yourself as a person as you go. To answer in terms of, like, professional self-improvement, not really. Like, I had a therapist for, like, 2 appointments. Um, I don't know. I think I've worked on myself a lot, you know what I mean? And I've tried to learn about myself and my tendencies and what I like about myself and what I dislike, and tried to get better in the ways that I know how to. I think that's just part of growing up, you know what I mean? To answer your question, I guess not really. I don't know. I'll give money. Hello, Agron. I do not think there is a way. I don't think I have super chats set up on here, unfortunately. I do think I'm gonna be doing. My birthday was 2 days ago, so I'm planning on later today. I'm planning on doing a stream on my main channel. So if you want to, stick around until then. In like a few hours, like I want to say like 11 hours, like noon my time. I'll be back. All right, sounds good. But no problem. Just keep in mind, don't like plan your day around it, because I'm not 100% on whether I'm going to. I think I will, but does that mean I will only answer? What? No, does that mean I will only answer super chat? Do you mean I will or you will? I mean, you can answer whatever you want. I don't know. But if you mean me, yeah, probably. Or at least, like, I mean, I don't know. Usually when I stream on that account, it isn't even made as, like, a Q&A. That's not the main, like, source. It's mostly, like, just having fun and just that, you know, vibes. You sorry? Nah, all good, all good. But yeah. Anyway, I plan my day. I'll follow your orders, sir. Agron, no. Agron. Please, no. Please. You're awesome, dude. You actually are. I've seen you go around and just support so many different creators. So not only just for donating to me, but just in general. You're awesome. And thank you. I appreciate it. Good night, guys. I'll see you, man. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye, Pika. 'Twas fun. Making a 10-minute long over edit. Any montage song recommendations? Of your 12 Earth hours, roughly. Sounds good. See you, man. Song recommendations. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a really hard question, because, well, I mean, it completely depends on music taste, right? So I have no idea even what genre you like or anything like that. What time is it for you? It is 2 a.m. Earlier today, I got up and went to the bathroom, and there was like I don't even know what kind of bug it is, I'll be honest. But I've seen them, like, living in my house in general. Like, here and there, you know what I'm saying? And they're big as fuck. They're like fucking... They're like... Their body is the size of, like, a... I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that is a similar size, but I can't think of it. Like a blueberry, maybe? Like a reasonably sized blueberry, and their legs are fucking, like, massive, and they jump around and scare the shit out of me. Those fuckers terrify me. Maybe you should get some sleep? Nah, my sleep schedule is upside down, bro. I woke up, like... doing math in my head 8 hours ago. Am I going to college? No. I have no intentions to. If I went to any more schooling, it would be like a trade school of some sort. I have no interest in college. Bye-bye. Have fun. So you woke up at 6 p.m.? I did. Like a true degen. Hello. You just joined? That's not an issue. Is stream finished? No. Stream is not finished. I'm chilling. Just running around in this world. For anybody who is new, or has just gotten here, I will quickly wrap up why I believe that this is the fastest way to get good at bridge, or at least a fast way, is to run around and place blocks and learn how to maneuver around areas like this and kind of build out and out and out and out and out and out like this. It's very calming, very relaxing. You can do it very focused or very like back of your head kind of, you know. It's very... It helps you improve quickly, build up muscle memory, that sort of thing. No college means you go to military school. That is just not true. You place all those blocks? Yes, I did. No, I have no intentions to release this world, and please stop spamming my chat. Are you become a bridge professor? No. I have no intentions to become a bridge professor. I have done like tutorial videos on my main channel and stuff like that though. I do enjoy, like when you play something a lot and get good at it, it's fun to tell people about it, you know what I'm saying? Help people learn. So it is fun, and I do enjoy showing people, but I have no intentions of that becoming like my main source of content is tutorials and stuff. Get your PhD in bridge. Oh, speaking of, I haven't done this all stream. Alright, sorry. Just needed one, you know. I went the whole stream without it, you know. Gotta get... gotta sneak one in there. That was pretty loud. That was pretty loud, I'm sorry. That was louder than I expected it to be. What is the pack? It's, oh, what's it called? Knight Rider by Wembu. That was radical, thank you. That just woke me up. Pay attention! Audio was like doubled. Yeah, I have it like set up in a weird way. And every time I like don't stream, I set it up a different way, so it makes sense. Like I think it plays once and then like delays and plays again. It's weird. I don't know what to tell you. I think he has a hotkey. To give myself blocks, yeah, I have a hotkey, but to play that, I have a hotkey as well, a different one. Decal song is fire. It's kind of terrible, but I agree in a way. I'm going to school in a bit. Any survival tips? Not really. Just have fun. That's my main recommendation. Just have fun. Learn what you can. Enjoy what you can. Once more, come on. I'ma actually keep it. What? Once more, come on. I'ma actually keep it as my alarm if you do. Well, just search up the song. It's Decals by Rarin. You can use it from there. Bet. All right. Sounds good. Do you believe in Andrew Tate? No, he's a religious idol created by the right wing, and he doesn't exist. He's fake, deep faked. That's such an awesome question. Do you believe in Andrew Tate in that community? Oh Jesus. Oh fuck. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I don't really want to properly answer. I don't want to. I guess my political opinions are not what my channels are for and what my public image is for. You know what I'm saying? For Minecraft, like I make Minecraft videos. Like, like children watch the videos I make. They're just fun and just dumb. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really like. The opinions that I do have, for a long time I just didn't have political opinions, so I couldn't really give any. Now I do, but I don't really feel like sharing them, just because it's like, why do I need to? You know what I mean? Why? You know about the Sniper Wolf controversy? I do. When a bridge game starts, what do you do? Okay. I can actually do that really quick. Give you like a quick like bridge beginning like tutorial. There aren't any white clay blocks anywhere, so I think we're gonna have to go with yellow. That's okay. So, let's say this is the bridge, right? It's very short, but that's okay. You're running forward. I would say the biggest recommendation that I can do, or that I would give, is something like this. So you place 1 block, 2 blocks, and then stand here. The idea is that you have a wall behind you, and you can kind of play off of whatever they do. If they full aggro, you can just block it, because you have a wall behind you. If they try to jump over you, you can smack them off. To try to bypass, you're low down to the ground, so you can smack them off here. It's very versatile, very simple kind of opening. That's the main... That's the recommendation I would give to most people. But there's lots of different, like, I guess, opening strategies, like chess. A lot of different openings that you could use that are all viable. Some counter others, that sort of thing. But it's usually you want to win your first interaction. I don't know if that would work with high ping. You just have to go, like, start farther back. So, for example, I'll run back over to where I was. Oops. It's like right here, I think, right? Yeah. If you have high ping, just do it a little bit farther back. So, for example, you'd want to do it like here, like this. So then there's a little bit more space, and you can play it off of that. Like I said, it's very versatile. Like I said, there's a lot of things you can do with it. A lot of the time when I do this specific strategy, I do something like this, where I have a little bit more, I have a few more blocks there. So then it's like a start of bridge development, so the next time I'm running down, I have more to kind of go off of, and that sort of thing. But yeah. Greetings or things, welcome to another video. And today, I might go to the bathroom. I might play a K-pad and then go to the bathroom. Pack folder release? Probably not. Best intro? This is my intro. Greetings, welcome to another video. Today we're playing the bridge, and today I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Pull up in a ride, yeah, painted with some decals. I ain't never stopped, can't be trusting any female. Got a shorty blog, had her texting through the email. Walking right on top, I won't fall, that's a detail. You can call me, I send a text love. Going solo, but I wish you all the best love. Now this ain't just perfect time and place it best up. I've been riding in my diamond, that's my Tesla. Yeah, hit it lick, make a band, yeah, that's what I'm all about. I ain't trust a middleman, had to cash it all out. Gang style, had to let the dogs out. Strapped in, blast off, yeah, I'm finna ball out. Yeah, we used to talk a lot, whole thing, same thing. Had my lady iced out, neck cold, no games. I always wanna talk about new bags, new things. Now I gotta work you out, you've been so fake. Understand, I don't need you no more. Make a band, I ain't sharing no more. What's a 10? Without me, you a whole 4. You got a plan, now you ain't in it, yeah. Pull up in a ride, yeah, painted with some decals. I ain't never stopped, can't be trusting any females. Got a shorty blog, had her texting through the email. Walking right on top, I won't fall, that's a detail. You can call me, I send a text love. Going solo, but I wish you all the best love. Now this ain't just perfect time and place it best up. I've been riding in my diamond, that's my Tesla. That's my Tesla, baby, I ain't next up. Steady, always blowing the money like an investor. Shorty is a tester, always trying to catch up. Now she's always stuck in the past, seeing she messed up. Yeah, you can tell you why you want me, I don't wanna hear it. Yeah, riding in that drop top, headed for the finish. Yeah, rolling with Miami in the back, yeah, we winning. Yeah, put me on a high spot, yeah, I'm finna kill it. Wants to cash quick, put it on a blacklist. If you got a problem with me, I got attachments. Sick of where I'm at, lips,
I'm back, hello. Did you did you enjoy the song? Morning vibes for you. It is morning in you. Welcome back, hello. Do you still play top bridge fights on an alt? Yes, I have a secret account that nobody knows the name of, and I'm constantly in top 10 on the leaderboards, and nobody knows who it is. The world will never know. Back from toilet constipation, I literally took a 30-second piss. Relax. 6:41 p.m. for you. That makes sense, right? Because I think you mentioned that you were in Asia. Unless I'm misremembering. What pack were you using in your godlike montage? It's that one song that one animator made. The one whose dad had, like, is a paraplegic because he something. I don't remember. I think I donated like $5 to it. I obviously remember him and I remember the content that he makes. I'm just really blanking on his name right now. And the name of the song, I'm something else by T. That's what it was. I remember. NZ, I don't know where that is. Is it better to bridge above your opponents because when I do it's harder for me to bypass? When you bridge above them it's harder to bypass later, you mean? I don't know. I haven't had that experience. I don't really. For me, whenever I build up and build something over them, build like a staircase over them, I'm able to bypass under that staircase and use that staircase and that roof that I built as like a shelter for myself. You know what I'm saying? It's versatile. It depends on the situation as well. So I don't know. But yes, I would say getting high ground on your opponent at their side of the base is usually helpful if you have the opportunity to do so. Might have just gotten my account stolen. That's unfortunate. New Zealand. Am I really dumb? For some reason I thought New Zealand was a European country. Am I like really dumb? Because that means it's like... am I like incredibly slow? I might be really slow. How to be less of a predictable sitting duck in the bypass. For example, I'll do a little example here. So I'll do stuff like this, and then I'll make a entrance here, and then I'll look to see where my opponent is. Let's say their name tag is over there. I would go over here. I would build myself a little bit of shelter to go this way if I wanted to. Then they start dropping down. They get to here. I just turn around and run this way. You know what I mean? Just try to get a lot of different directions you could go all the time. That's the idea. Near Australia? Yo, chat. I don't want to talk about it. To be fair, I am American, so I have like the pass of having horrible geography knowledge. Like, how is your game parentheses Riz? Question mark, question mark, question mark. It's a funny question. I'm not answering, for the record. Italia is on the... Italia. Oh my god. I'm taking L's left and right, bro. Italy is on the moon, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Stream is kind of laggy. It's not really laggy for me. Is it laggy for anybody else? Can you play Bridge for us, please? I don't really want to. I plan on it later. Like, I plan on doing a stream in like 12 hours or so. Probably now going to farm for top 10 on Bridge Fight just for fun because I have some level of skill. Go for it. I was joking, for the record. I'm not top 10 on that. I was joking. But I would recommend, and also, for me personally, I don't really enjoy that game mode. So I'd recommend not doing that. But, like, you're not me. So if you have fun with it, go right ahead. You know what I mean? I can't stop you. No, Italia is on Venus. Ah, my bad. Got it mixed up. Cook a steak right now. No. What is the world that you're using? I am in a single player world that I placed a lot of blocks on. Cook some eggs for protein. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, that does kind of sound good. Egg sounds fantastic right now. You remind me of my friend Joel. I hope they're chill. Excuse me. It's a lot of blocks. It is a lot of blocks. I was fun, but the amount of cheaters I encounter makes it unenjoyable half the time due to bit orders and anti-cheat being terrible. That makes sense. I don't remember many cheaters, but I believe you. I'm not middle clicking box. I have a hotkey set up for auto text hotkey. I have it to my mouse button, and it's just the command to give me blocks. And then for no fall damage, I have like jump boost 8,000 or whatever, like 256 for the highest amount of seconds that I can give it to myself. So that's how I'm not taking fall damage. Because the jump boost is so high that it doesn't actually work as jump boost because it like breaks, but I don't take fall damage. I see a lot of colors. I'm going to have a seizure. Is that how it works? I thought it was more like flashing colors. I didn't think it was just like different colors all around. I suppose I don't really know. I'm not educated on it. Uploaded a video today and I got over 2K views and I was really happy. That's awesome, man. Keep grinding if you enjoy it. Thanks, no problem. I also recommend getting a efficiency 2 pickaxe if you want to make a world similar to this one. Because then you can, or an efficiency 2 unbreakable pickaxe. If you need to Google it, you can look up the command for it and how to build it. But I would recommend that for consistency's sake and knowing how quickly blocks break and stuff like that for practice. If that's what you're using this world for. That's what I use it for. Ever do a 24-hour stream? Probably not. That just sounds unpleasant. Like I don't know. Off to the hellhole, please wish me good luck. Yeah, have fun, man. Good luck. I'm going to have to depart. Alright, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, Ducky. Friendly, well actually, not so friendly reminder. Wait, hold on, let me do something. So, for the record, the Cape ad is gonna play again, so just be ready. It's gonna actually warn you this time. Okay, and then I go to this. Can you still hear my game? I don't think you can. Yeah, that's whatever. I don't know how to fix that problem, but that's okay. Wait, you could still hear my game? Oh, sick. Guess who's back? Welcome back. Wait, so if I do this, and then I go back, and then I place blocks. Can you guys still hear my blocks? Can you still hear me place blocks? Alright, I will see you, Iron. Thanks for stopping by, man. Sick. That's awesome. I'm glad I fixed it. I don't know how I fixed it, but I fixed it apparently. So that's nice. Pull up in a ride, yeah, painted with some decals. Could you do a YouTube intro as if you were my friend Joel? I want to send him a video so he knows how similar you two are. I don't know Joel, man. I can't I can't act as someone who I have never met in my life. I hate to be that guy. Also, I'm really ready for this to be like a DN joke or some shit. I'm not saying that. That's so funny. Hey guys, Joel here. Welcome back to another video. Jesus Christ. What's DN? Oh no. Oh no. Needlessly no. Not like this. Not like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to be the one. Or I guess I'm not going to be the one. I think Chad is going to be the one to do it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What's DN, guys? BN? DN? It sounds like BN. Hello, it's Screet. That's a name. It's one of the names. What does D's nuts mean? So you're planning on streaming later? Yeah. I have intentions to stream on my main channel in like 12 hours. This is just kind of a chill, like, late night stream because I got the streaming itch, but I still have intentions to stream later as well. I will say I've been sleeping pretty late, or sorry, pretty early. Like for me, I guess it's right in the middle of really late and really early. Like it kind of depends on the way you look at it. I've been sleeping at like 11 a.m. and I want to stream at 12 a.m. So I'll just kind of see how I'm feeling then. You know what I mean? To decide whether I'm gonna stream or not, but. We'll see. We will see. You and Sunday are kind of similar to me. That's a weird shout. I think I disagree. Not like I enjoy Sunday. I think I used to watch his content a shit ton when I was a kid. Oh wait, that's weird. I can actually say that now because I'm technically not a child anymore, right? Like I'm 18. Fun fact, by the way, guys. Anybody who didn't know, I turned 18 2 days ago. So, actually, yeah, 2 days ago. But I can say when I was a kid and it not sound dumb because I'm actually not a kid anymore. That's strange. I thought you were 14 still? Yeah, I haven't aged. Saw that video 2 years ago? No, you saw that video 4 years ago now. Or 3. No way that was 4 years ago. It was uploaded in between 3 and 4 years ago because I was 14 and I'm 18 now, and that's how time works. So 3. I don't know what that is. What 3-8 is. I don't know if I'm missing something. I hope not. Streamfall Australia time? Isn't that what I'm doing? Isn't it pretty, like... isn't it a pretty Australian-friendly time frame right now? Does not feel like that long ago? Well, I hate to break it to you. But that is... Actually, no, that's like... Wait, that's when that video was uploaded? There's no way that's when that video was uploaded. Uploaded in August. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. Because I would have had recently... Wait, August is the 8th month. Not the 9th, or not the 10th. Yeah, okay. So it was right before I turned 15. Unless I don't know. I'm so bad with dates. Dates are so hard for me in my brain. It's 12 at India. It's actually crazy because 14 got me inverted and I'm still playing and you're literally 18. Yeah, man. I mean, I was still playing then too, so it's crazy to me as well, don't get me wrong. And I was playing before then even too, if I remember correctly. Australia is in the moon. What? Australia is in the moon on the US. Alright. Can you do duels with us? Because we barely get any chance. That's not what I feel like doing right now, man. If I wanted to do duels, I would have been doing duels. I'm just hanging out, you know, chilling. I got into bridge from the Bucky Bar bridge set video with you. That's funny. What are the structures in the distance? This is like an aim training thing that I did for a little while. I stopped because I didn't really like the process of it. But the idea was you stand over here. It's like you flick while jittering to each one, and I had like rhythms for it and shit like that, and specific patterns that I did. And then in the background, this is like a tracking circle to get smoother at that. I don't know. I just think I improved faster just by playing rather than doing those. So for jitter consistency though, it's good. And right now my jitter consistency is rough. It's 5 p.m. here. Does that make sense? Oh, and this one. It's from a thumbnail that I made. And then this one way over here is like, some, you can't see it, but there's some command block stuff over there. Can you jitter 19 CPS consistently yet? No, not even close. I don't think I ever could. Or will be able to. You should try ranked Bed Wars. No. Thoughts on aim training with games like Aim Labs or Kovacs? It's kind of its own subset. Minecraft specifically, I do not recommend any aim trainers. I do not think it'll be that helpful. I think Minecraft is such a weird niche form of gameplay where being able to track while moving so quickly and track things that are moving so quickly, the precision kind of gets thrown out the window because the things are so big. You just have to move quick onto them, you know what I mean, and hold that aim. So I'm in a like death pit. So like it's kind of like I would more recommend just playing Minecraft for Minecraft practice, you know what I mean? But for Kovacs in general, like I said, it's very fun. I love Kovacs. or just aim trainers. Like I have both Kovacs and aim labs. Like they're fun to just do, and they're really useful for a lot of shooter games and stuff like that. But for specifically Minecraft, that would not be the first thing I recommend. What was your max jitter CPS? My peak was like 18. The highest that I ever got, like, consistently, like, for a few days, like, or I think it was, like, for at least a few weeks, like, I can say that I jittered this CPS. I would say, like, 16, 17 for a while was kind of my, like, baseline, you know what I mean? But I just stopped and fell off. Jitter fell off. My friend jitters 20 CPS consistently. I highly doubt that is without double clicks of some kind. Like, double clicks in the mouse and that sort of thing. 20 consistent is getting into like unbelievable territory, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he's a liar or anything, but a lot of the time, even in my case, I found when I jittered, I got some double clicks mixed in there that I didn't realize were there and that sort of thing. I can send a video if you want. I don't. You know what? I'll sit in my ignorance. I'd rather just not know, because I'm having fun doing what I'm doing, and I'm not too worried about it. Why is it entertaining to watch a guy placing blocks and talking in the background? I don't know. I think you're broken. I think that's the I think that's the only logical conclusion here. No, I'm glad you enjoy. Said double clicks, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it would be an extremely unusual thing to be able to jitter 22 without double clicks. Like I think I've maxed at 18 a few times, like quite a few times. I would say probably a decent amount of those were when I just like got a double click or two mixed in there by accident, just from like clicking as fast as I was, you know what I mean? Just mixing in a couple. My jitter is so rough right now. Yeesh. Cheetah has broken the human algorithm. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I really like watching bridge montages for sure. See, I like them a lot as well, yeah. Not as much as I used to because I'm not as into Minecraft in general as I used to be. But I still definitely enjoy watching them and everything like that. My jitter is 12. Why do I suck so much? Probably because you have not practiced the right things. That's my best guess. That's the usual kind of culprit. Maybe just don't have enough playtime. I don't know. Just play more, man. Like when you first start playing the game, you're always gonna suck. That's just kind of how it goes. You have to put in the time, put in the hours, try to get better. You will eventually, for sure. I will say the 12 jitter is not the issue though, unless you're like jittering like this. You're fine. I gotta go. I'll see you. All right, I'll see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, man, I play a lot. I believe you. I'm not saying that, but that's why I said practice the right things. You know what I mean? Like, to get better, you have to practice the things you want to get better at. You know what I mean? How do you gain confidence talking in front of so many people? This is funny, actually. Like, I have a funny answer to this. I one time in psychology class, I had like a presentation that I was supposed to do, and I fucking like shat myself, not literally, but I was so scared. Like, I had to like midway through it, I had to like like I was freaking the fuck out, like heart beating like absolute crazy. And then I've also done live streams in front of like 3,000 people, and it doesn't bother me at all. And the reason, partially because I can't see them, right? You know what I mean? It's not like I'm literally looking into the eyes of people. But also because I'm much more prepared and I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm talking about. Like in the psychology presentation, I like half-assed my shit and didn't really know what was going on and kind of talking out of my ass. But then for a Minecraft stream, it's like I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. I'm a practiced entertainer. You know what I mean? I'm in a environment in which I am comfortable. So, it just, you know, it makes sense. It's just like a practice thing. Once again, it comes down to practice. Like, I'm sure that if I did proper public speaking in front of people enough times, it would no longer get me as scared as it does, especially if I'm doing things that I am comfortable with and understand well, you know? Where's Tyler? He's doing his own thing. He's still trucking. To be fair, I've only ever butterfly clicked since I started Java. Yeah. I would say, I think I've mentioned this before. Well, I've obviously mentioned it before. I don't know if I've said it on the stream before, but if I had to recommend one clicking method for everybody to use all the time ever, it would be butterflying without double clicks, because it's the most control with the smallest learning curve. Then butterflying with double clicks is helpful as well, but how do you pick up girls in school? Tips, Cheetah. I'm probably not the person to ask. This is getting a little more personal, but there's like 16 people here, so it doesn't really matter. I am demisexual, which basically means that I have to know the person pretty well and be comfortable around them and understand someone before I have any proper physical attraction to them. So, to answer, I didn't really, but mostly because I didn't want to or have any need to. I just didn't have any interest because I didn't have, well, I did here and there, but again, it was like I had to be friends with them and have known them for a while before any proper interest like develops in them. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was just normal. I mean, to a point it is. When it switches over into being properly demisexual, at least from my knowledge, I could be talking out of my ass. I'm not particularly educated on this subject, if I'm completely honest. But when it switches into demisexual, it's like there's no like immediate physical attraction when you see someone. Like when I just see someone on the street, like they're like even if they're conventionally attractive or conventionally unattractive, there's just no reaction. You know what I mean? It's just like a person, and then like how do I say this? The only time I actually do have proper education or proper interest in someone in any form, like the physical attraction does develop, but it takes getting used or knowing the person and getting to know them. You know what I'm saying? That's the idea. So to answer your question, how do I pick up girls? I just don't. I do here and there, but again, I just don't have an interest or a drive, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a drive to meet people and connect with them at a human level more than I have physical interest in people that I haven't gotten to know yet, you know what I'm saying? It's a good natural instinct. I mean, it's helpful at points, you know what I mean, I guess, but it's also, like, I suppose for a long-term relationship specifically, it is helpful, you know? Like, if I were to try to get to know someone for a long time and that sort of thing. But then, for casual relationships, just don't really interest me at all, and they do interest a lot of other people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like there's ups and downs and stuff. Safer? Yeah, true. But I don't know. Like I said, ups and downs, I feel like. What's your favorite cereal topping? I don't really put toppings on my cereal. I just eat it. Eat it raw. Milk. That's my favorite cereal topping, milk. Just get mussels? How is that? How did you know Kelly then? I will say Kelly... you know what, I don't really want to talk about Kelly. That's just that was a very, very long time ago, and I have no need to bring that up. Simple as that. I don't want to answer for myself like 5 years ago. 4 years ago. It's unnecessary. Yeah, milk is underrated. That's what I'm saying. What's the opposite of cheese? The sky. The sky is the opposite of cheese, because it's blue, and I don't think blue and yellow are opposite colors. Are they? No, it's purple. I don't know. I don't know, man. Gym or girls? Like, I mean, in terms of, like, the human race, I think probably girls. I think they're more, like, I think they're more essential, you know? Being able to reproduce is a pretty helpful thing. Jesus. Speaking of cereal, milk or so I made a video a long time ago titled something along the lines of "In Defense of Putting the Milk First," right? And the idea is that you pour milk and then you pour cereal and then you eat the cereal and then you pour more cereal and then you eat the cereal, right? It's like you can get a lot more food in one bowl with more efficiency for your milk, right? That was the idea. I do not eat cereal often at all, right? But I still think that either of them are perfectly valid options. If you're looking for a meal, I would go milk first. If you're looking for a snack, I would go cereal first. You know what I'm saying? Milk first, cereal isn't soggy. That's another part of it, yeah. My nose itches. I drink the milk if there's any left over. I do too. But, I mean, there's no, like... I could also put more cereal in it, you know what I'm saying? Just depends on how I'm feeling. If I want more food, that's kind of the idea. It's like what's the word? Benefit, like, pros and cons. There we go, that's the phrase. Pros and cons to each. What sports? Rocket League. That's my sport. Protein powder, milk, eggs, and bacon. I love all of those things you just said. Telly? Not really. I can try. I don't really... My current clicking method doesn't allow for it very much. I'm butterflying... My right click that I've been using for a while is butterfly with no double clicks. So it's not very, like, I ran out of blocks. It's not very telly friendly. I used to be able to, at least somewhat, but never. I've never been, like... It's never been at a point where it's properly, like, usable. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. Welcome back. Oops. Favorite water topping? Spoon. Are you double clicking right now? No. I'm doing butterfly no double clicks. Like for this, I'm doing, like if I want to do a 3-burst, that is middle finger, index finger, middle finger. So I'm just doing this. Oops. Like that. Yes, spoon. Spoons are my favorite water topping. Welcome back, Iron. Favorite utensil to eat water with? Forks. Is consuming water in a bowl with a spoon considered drinking or eating? What is happening? I would say probably drinking still. Maybe eating though. It's on the line. If you use a fork, it's eating. If you use a spoon, it's drinking. Pizza with or without the base. just some sauce and some pepperoni and cheese on a plate. Oh, Jesus. Do us. I already said, man, I don't feel like doing people right now. Lemonade with the lemon or without. Ooh, I don't know. Probably with, because it's kind of a necessity. My Asian parents about to scold me because I don't know geometry at 13 years old. I'm trying to remember what grade I was in at 13. My brain is not wired for that. That's 9th grade? No, not 9th grade, 8th grade. I meant 8th grade. I think I had a geometry class in 8th grade. I had a proper geometry class in 9th grade, but I had like a overall math one in 8th that kind of covered everything. What the time for you? It is 3 a.m. Do you eat the plate after you finish the baseless pizza? Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of it, right? It's like the paper plate that you use at the bottom. It's like you take a bite. It's like the crust, you know what I'm saying? You just use the plate as the crust instead of the normal crust that's there, you know what I'm saying? Like bake the pizza into the plate and then eat it as pizza. You know what I'm saying? I suppose that's not baseless pizza, though. That's just pizza with a paper plate as the crust. Oh, jeez, I'm crying. Click with fingers. What? Click with fingers of hands or legs. Hands? Wait, you're 18. Yes, I am. Have you finished school? No. Not yet. The table is the base of the plate. That's true. Oh wait, you're right. So when you say baseless pizza, do you mean pizza without a table or a plate or like an earth to sit on? Do you just mean just cheese and pepperoni and sauce just in the intesimal, I don't know, I'm not using that word because I don't know what it means. The infinite space? Eat the plate and the floor and... Yes, got it. Eat the plate and table and floor and earth. Understood. Hello, Jello. You got here... You got here at a confusing time for all of us. I can... Basically, we're talking about our favorite pizza toppings. My personal favorite is wooden tables. You are insane. Mine is rat tails. Nasty. That's so gross. That's such a gross image in my head, bro. That's so nasty. Jesus. Grody. Absolutely grody. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories? That's a common like kind of rabbit hole that I go down a lot is what happens if you lose your memories, right? Because amnesia, a lot of the time people have it who get it or affected by it still retain the ability to like function or like know what words mean and that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no. 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 I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You must have fallen. You must have fallen down. I'm so sorry. I'll let your your body decompose. What was I saying? I forgot what I was talking about. Eat it without the base. Jesus. Right. Lose my memories. It's something that I've thought about before. Is like, what retains, what stays if I lose my memories? You know what I mean? Because what is a person apart from the culmination of their memories? You know what I mean? Like, it's an interesting thought. Like, would I just become would I be a baby again? Like, would I not understand what's happening? You know, except at 18 years of age, or like, would I have a grasp of things and everything like that, but I just wouldn't remember the people or the events that have taken place, even though I remember what a fork is, you know? It's an interesting thought. So to answer your question, I have no idea, because I don't know what losing my memories actually entails. But out of the two, just for, like, safety's sake, I would probably say lose my sight. That would be my go-to, which is insane considering my job, but, you know, and, like, most of my passions include some form of sight. But I feel like that's a lot of people's passions, so I don't know. I think it's more, it's easier to, with who I am as a person, losing my memories feels like a core part of that, you know what I mean? And losing my sight doesn't. Feels like a useful thing, like a skill, or not skill, but it feels like a useful tool for my, like, ability to, exist in the world, but, like, it's not something that defines me as a person, and my memories do. You know what I'm saying? You lose my bridge skills. Yeah, but I would lose my bridge skills either way. At least, like, technically, or, like, you would imagine, right? Because if I don't remember how to play bridge. 11 feet or 9 inches tall? I don't know. That's a harder one. Probably 11 feet. But I would, like, die at, like, 24, so I don't know. I think 11 feet. I mean, that's your first thought, but also it's like, how healthy can you be at 11 feet? But how healthy can you be at 9 inches, to be fair? I don't know. Hard question. Without sight, I think it's just this part that's missing. I don't know what that means. First bridge blind legend. Yeah. It's like, the shorter you are, the longer you live. Which is actually an unironic, like, fact. But it also means that if you're, like, born and you're, like 1 foot and 6 inches tall, you're just fucking, you're immortal. You're literally unkillable. I'd be bumping everything. I'd be bumping everything with my 9-block cock. Well, you're too small. If you're too small, then that might not be good. I know, I'm joking. You're unkillable until someone steps on you. I'm sorry. I hope this isn't insensitive to anyone, like, with, is it dwarfism? Is that the proper name for it? I hope this isn't... I'm not trying to be. Losing your memories would be the equivalent of dying. That's kind of the idea, right? Is like, but how much is retained? That's the question. Is like, you lose your memories, what do you remember? You remember, are you literally like a dysfunctional human being who has to restart at 0? Or are you like, do you remember how to talk? Do you remember how to walk? Do you remember how to do the things that you always did? You just don't remember doing them. You know what I mean? Is it like, to what level can I get them back if I were, is it like a form of amnesia that is like undoable? I don't know what the proper word is for that, but like, can I get my memories back if I were to frequently interact with the people I interacted with in the past? You know what I mean? Like, what is, are my passions the same? Are my drives the same? Are, like, what resets in that situation? There's so many questions that would come along with it. Paradoxical thought. Yeah, that's the idea. And it is really strange to kind of put yourself into a situation like that. Like, mentally be like, I don't know who I am. You know, like, how would you react? What would you do in that situation? Like, it's like, for example, what if someone was like a serial killer and then they got into a car crash and got amnesia? And then, like, would they still have the looming guilt of killing, like, 100, or probably not even close to either of those numbers, but, like, killing, like, 20 people? You know what I mean? Like, would that still be there? Would they have the guilt from it? Would they still have the skills? Would they still have the wish to kill people? Like, to what is retained? And I assume that it's like case by case basis, you know what I mean? Like, some people have different end up in different situations depending on like their different type of amnesia, or like what part of their brain was damaged, that sort of thing. But there's, I don't know, there's a lot of question to it. So to be safe, I'd say I lose my eyes. Answer the original question. On private, I have a few premium vouchers. I might get premium soon. Nice, man. Good luck. That's awesome. I think they could probably still have the social disorders, maybe. And well, that's another thing, is like, what extent of like skills, you know what I mean? Because interacting with people and acting like a normal human being is a skill, you know what I mean? It is something that you have to learn and practice and develop. So what if you just forget how to interact with people? What if you like wake up and have literally no drive to interact with people for anything? What if you wake up and have like no memory and no drive? Like, what if your dopamine is just gone and you just have no no motivation to do literally anything? Like, it's like that one experiment where the rats like they like made it like damaged their, I don't remember, but they made it so they didn't feel or get dopamine, and they literally like wouldn't eat. They had no motivation to do anything. They just like sat there with food right in front of their mouth and just died and starved right there. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like, if you wake up, what are your drives? Are you powered by the question of who you are and trying to rediscover yourself? Are you driven by the idea of finding whatever you are and not caring what you used to be, just driving towards what you want to be now? You know what I mean? What is the natural instinct? Is it based on the different people? Is it based on what kind of amnesia you have? I don't know. It's just something that I've always found interesting, is that kind of rabbit hole of what it would be like to not remember. What is it like to how do I say it? I don't know. It's just interesting. I don't know. I'll drop it for a moment. For the moment, at least. Bridge map treehouse reference. What is happening in my chat? But I think you learn the things faster again. That's another thing. What do you recall? Like, you say you learn the things faster again, but why would you, like, for example, let's say there's a skill that you've never touched before, right? You wouldn't learn that faster. You would only learn the things you've already done faster. So why would you recall the things that you've already done if you don't remember doing them? You know what I mean? I think it's not that funny if everyone remembers, but you don't. I don't think it's funny either, I guess. Because your body is more built for it. That's true. But I mean, how much of it is body and how much of it is your brain? You know what I mean? It's like, my body is very used to this movement, right? Moving my arm from here to here. It knows how to do okay, I fucked it up. But it knows how to do, like, a lot of very specific movements. But how much of that is my body and how much of that is my brain? And how much of my brain would be able to recall how to do that if I were to lose my memories? You know what I mean? Because being able to recall a thing that happened, is a different thing than reacting to a situation. But sometimes that reaction is built over the memory of what happened in the past, you know? It's just weird. There's so much. Babies learn things faster learning English, so you forgot everything. You can learn languages and such quickly while still being physically an adult. But why would you have the mental malleability of a baby if you were to lose all of your memories? Wouldn't you just have the mental malleability of an adult? Wouldn't you not be able to learn anything at all? You know? Like, let's say we go down that rabbit hole where you just don't remember anything. Wouldn't you be just like a completely dysfunctional human being who doesn't have the ability to learn things as quickly as a baby does, because you're not a baby and you're an adult with an adult brain that just doesn't have anything in it, you know? So then you wouldn't be able to learn things. Not only, if you don't remember anything, you wouldn't be able to learn things you already know or things you didn't know, you know what I mean? You would just be like, you would be literally a baby. You would be rediscovering the world from the basis with no understanding of anything, and also not having the capability of learning things at insane speeds that babies do. It's interesting. I don't know. My brain is starting to hurt. I apologize. It is pretty late. I don't blame you. It's just something that, like, I feel like has so many rabbit holes and so many thought processes to go down that it's easy to get sucked into it. Yeah, and have fun. Or thanks for stopping by, Aaron. Have fun studying. I hope you enjoy it. Feel like I got high from listening to this. Well, it's just, I don't know, it's an interesting prospect to me. It feels like, I don't know, it's like, because I feel a lot of things I don't remember. Like, I have like thousands of hours in this game. I have over 1,000 hours in Rocket League. I don't even remember 10 hours of either of those games. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe if I, like, recall, I can think of experience, but it's obviously just not time allotted like that. It's not like a recording in my brain. You know what I mean? So, when I recall, when I'm playing a game and I have a reaction to a situation like that, it's immediate. That means that I've been in that situation, I learned what to do, and I've practiced doing that thing, right? So it's weird to, like, not really, like, know, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird to just think, okay, what if I don't remember doing that thing? Because right now, I don't even remember doing those things. Even now, when I'm playing Bridge or Rocket League or whatever, right? I don't remember doing. Sometimes I'm playing and I have, like, deja vu, like I've seen this before, right? So I do exactly what I know what to do. But most of the time it's just kind of reactionary, it's improv based on my knowledge. So to what extent is, like, how, if I lose my recall, do I lose my ability to do things as a reaction as well? Because I don't remember the things that happen, but I already kind of don't. Is it just a reaction, like, am I able to pull from those skills that I don't remember practicing? I don't know. A loss of memory is caused by damage to the hippocampus, and this means that if you were to lose your memories, you would still remain your muscle memory, so you'd be able to relearn things faster. Okay. Well, to be fair, that's not... I assume that's not always the case. Like, I imagine that there's lots of different types of amnesia and different types of memory loss and such. But that does make sense. So if I were to... So it would just be a... Like, I would still have a reaction. Like, I see something in a bridge game, I react accordingly because I've seen it so many times, but I just don't remember seeing it those times. It just happens. You go down a rabbit hole, time to sleep. Nah, bro, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this, honestly. This is an interesting thought process, interesting path to go down. It is not bedtime for me. It's not a terrible idea, though, to take, like, a cat nap before I stream later. Favorite utensil to eat liquid chocolate with. Oh, Jesus. My hand! My tongue. That's what I eat it with. Have you mentioned how to bridge fast in, like, just, like, speed bridging? That's weird. It's weird to think about because I just haven't gotten that question in so long, because I feel like it's, most people know, but I can do, like, a quick, I can do a quick thing. No, it's not how to bridge fast, it's how to get good at bridge fast. How do you build all this in a single player world? Just doing, I mean, you've been seeing what I've been doing. Well, maybe not because you just got here, but I've just been running around placing blocks. I use it as a practice world for improving mechanics and stuff like that, like learning how to build head hitters and learning how to place blocks around and that sort of thing. Sometimes I'm playing it a little more like brain dead, where I'm just kind of running forward and not thinking. Sometimes I'm playing it a little more like putting more focus into everything and, like, properly trying to improve. It just depends. Favorite number beginning with the letter D? I don't think there are any that I can think of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I don't think there are any. Dozen? That doesn't count. That's 12. How do you ever get into PvP? There was always a love for competitive games. Yes, there was always a love for competitive games. I played baseball when I was a kid. Sports in general. I was always very competitive, liked winning. But Minecraft specifically, I didn't get into it from a competitive place. I got into it from playing with my friends as a kid. Or actually, no. I think very initially it was playing with my brother, or like on his account. Like we had a shared account. I don't know. The timeline isn't very well crafted in my brain. But yeah, I guess I don't really know. I guess I don't really have a proper answer. What position? I was a pitcher. Favorite pizza topping? Spoons. Didn't I already say that? I also played first base too. I was a pitcher and I was tall, so I played first base as well to stretch out and catch them and stuff. But I mean, my team was kind of bad, so I played a lot of different positions as we kind of tested everybody out for different things. But my primary thing was I was a pitcher. That was always the thing I liked the most and focused on the most in terms of improvement and stuff. Green with a tint of blue. Nasty. Fucking nasty, man. Imagine going to a pizza place and get, "Can I have a pepperoni pizza, please?" "Yes, yeah, yes, it'll be right out, thank you." And then they fucking, like, 20 minutes later, they bring you out the fucking moldiest, nastiest fucking pizza you've ever fucking seen in your life. "Thank you." It's like, "You're welcome, have fun. Dig in." And you fucking take a big-ass bite, there's flies buzzing around it and shit. Should play a bridge game? Nah, I'm good. The cheese doesn't stretch at all because it's all moldy. It just fucking breaks. Like if like when you get cheese out of the fridge or something and it's all like stiff and shit, it doesn't stretch when you pull out a piece. It just like separates. It's like that. And little blue crumbs of nasty ass cheese like fall down to the ground. Jesus. It's not cold, by the way. It's warm. It's a warm, nasty pizza. Favorite planet with a country on the middle left corner of the pizza. What? What? Hold on. Favorite planet with country on the middle left corner of the pizza. Not warm as in cooked, just left out in the... Yeah, like, just left out in the sun. Left out in the sun, it's all fucking dry. It's all dry and moldy, and there's bugs buzzing around. Dig in. Enjoy your meal. Give him a $10 tip. And the meal was exquisite. I'm fermenting it. Fucking sun-dried pizza. And fresh rat tails on the top. The pool of Titanic still has water in it. Yeah, whenever you go swimming in the ocean, at some point you might touch a molecule of water that was in the Titanic's pool. You forgot to cook this one. What's your favorite color? That's actually a good question. I don't really know. I've been liking pink recently, but I probably still have to go with neon green. Purple's a really good one. Blue, of course. Blue is just a classic. Everyone loves blue. It's a good color. Been liking yellow. I used to really dislike yellow, but I've started kind of developing an affinity for it. It's very bright, very vibrant, very loud, like me. What is your PFP on this channel? It's just some gems that I like hue colored to red when I was like 13. I don't know. Do you guys know those McFlurries and McDonald's? Yes, I do. Hey guys, just gotta say, friendly, oops, didn't mean to fall down here. Friendly reminder. I'm sorry.
Pull up in a ride, painted with some decals. I ain't never start, can't be trusting any females. Gotta show you.
It's not as loud this time. At least I turned it down, right? At least I turned it down. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. All right, chat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What's up, bro? Dynamite fire extinguisher. How much is your cape? It's $12.50. $12.50 on the Lunar Store. Go get it right now. It might be cheaper because they might have a sale or something. I haven't checked. Probably not though. $12.50 is like a lot. Not really. Maybe for a it's more to support me, right? Like for a cosmetic in a video game, I'd kind of have to agree. It is a little steep, but the point of it is that it looks nice and also can go to part of the income comes to me. So if you want to support me and what I do, that is one of the main ways you can. It's a bit dark. That checks out. Yeah, that makes sense. I do have a few different capes though. What's the most you've made? I would rather not answer that. There's no neon green, bro. Bro. Man, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? There's neon green in literally all 3 of my capes. As a lunar partner, do you get free cosmetics? Yeah. Well, like, I have a limited amount of them that I'm supposed to have, but they keep, like, making me more for some reason, so... Forgot to eat the cape, so I can... That makes sense. Actually, how much control do you have over the cape, like it being made, if it's animated and all that? I had a decent amount. There was I had like someone that I worked with, like an artist that works for Lunar, that did it for me. I think it's hard to become Lunar partner. Frankly, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I don't really know. I've heard some people complain about not being able to be a Lunar partner for various reasons. So I'm gonna go with yes. Like, it seemed difficult for people. I genuinely do not remember what the process was for me to become a Lunar partner, because it was so long ago. Do you get other cosmetics free? No. The only cosmetics I've gotten for free, without somebody buying them for me, what is the little plus? What does that little plus mean? I don't know. But, I don't think I've ever bought myself a cosmetic, that I remember. Except I think I got Lego Maestros, because it was like, we had like a bet or something for a video, if I remember correctly. But everything else... Oh, well, I will say, do I get free cosmetics? Yes, I get free... What? Oh my god. How did I not know about that? There's no way. Oh my god, I have penguin shoes right now, bro. There's no way. I'm so happy. I am so happy. Holy shit. Look at him. That's so awesome. That is so awesome. I would say, like, I'm definitely torturing them, but they look happy, right? Like, you can't really... Why am I so zoomed in? You can't really, like... I don't think I'm hurting them, because they kind of just look like they're chilling down there. That's so adorable. Newt first, please, for the penguin. No, I will not newt. I'm sorry. But these are now a permanent, like, part of my look, by the way. Just for everybody who's curious. You're literally standing on it? I know, that's what I was thinking, is like I want to take these off because I'm literally squishing them to death. But look, I just took a bunch of fall damage, or I would have, and they're just chilling. Look, they're just wobbling. They're having fun down there. I think they're alright. I want to beat them. Yeah, the penguins are holding me up right now. Like, they're like, yeah, they're the reason why I'm so fast. That's why I'm a cheetah, bro. It's because I got these penguins like sliding across the ground for me to make me run faster. See? Fuck. See? I'm so fast. Fuck. Do you remember me? I recognize your name for sure. Don't mind, Habib. Your name is fun to say. Say that for sure. Favorite topping on a penguin. Me. That's my favorite. Me. It's so funny. Boing. 16 times, what do you get? Another day older, burn dead, say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Penguins are actually the ones that beat the actor during the win streak. Yeah, it's all the penguins, bro. It's all the penguins for sure. Are you gonna sleep before you stream on your channel or after? Probably after. I think I might take like a cat nap or some shit between then and now, but I think like proper sleep will be after for sure. Cause I like I said, I only woke up like 10 hours ago now, I think, ish, if I had to guess. I do think though that I am gonna stop the stream relatively soon. I had a lot of fun. Everybody in chat, you guys are very funny. You guys are very chill. It was very entertaining for me, and I hope for you as well. Got some nice blocks on here. On a scale of 1 to 10, yes or no? Yes, for sure, yes. How many? I don't know, a lot. So, but anyway, let me find like a good platform. I've made platforms to like get screenshots for and like stuff for like intros and that sort of thing. Let me look around. 16 tons and what do you get? Granddad say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. Here's a good spot. Place that there. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. It was very fun, very chill. Chill vibes. I enjoyed every second of it. I'm gonna continue these chill vibes and just kind of shut down till I stream later, which will be a lot higher energy. I'll have a lot of fun then, and I'm very excited. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. I already said that, but it's still true. Like if you liked, subscribe if you really liked, subscribe, whatever. Do whatever. I don't really care. It's my second channel. Do whatever you want. Just have fun. Just have a good day. Just have a good day or night or whatever. Sleep well or be awake well. Do a good job. Have fun. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. And, you know, any of you who don't see this coming, I really think there's a problem, you know? Add that to the block, add it testing through the email. You can call me or send a text love.